In our last session, Erevan, Phalo and Fenriloth continued on to explore the undercity of the Temple District, also known as the Place of Small Gods. While asking around in somewhat less than effective manners and bumbling racism, they managed to find the ones they were after. Aaaagh Greyhow had apparently enlisted the help of two priestesses, a Natalia of the Disciples of Nine, and a sister Gemma of what they called the Sea Lord's servants, but it's apparently a cult of Dagon of some sort. Erevan was quite relieved to find that this sister Gemma had nothing to do with the one from the orphanage. Continuing on, they followed Gorbak down into the Undercity after lending some articles of clothing as disguises for the priestesses, who were concerned that the presence of a priestess below in the second levels might attract unwanted attention from lepers, diseased folk, and whatnot, desperate for healing, but without and might bog them down in the process. A group of small amphibious creatures called guarps, which were lizard men pets for the most part, and apparently Erevan pets as well, after he decided to converse a bit and entertain them after the group proceeded on. There they came across another anomaly in the city when the sound did not reverberate forward, turning out that the whole path was blocked by a grey ooze of some kind. Fenriloth made quick work of that. Moving on further into the dank bowels of the Undercity, a group of cannibals that seemed to be unable to chant anything except please, while throwing themselves madly at the group. The group fought them off, sparing no means, and came out a lot better off than the cannibals themselves. Finally, when the path was clear, Aaaagh proceeded into pack territory marked by fur and bone talismans, indicating the presence of lycanthropes. Aaaagh told that Ganelion was in safekeeping under fuzzy hands. Continue forward. Fenriloth was challenged by an elfer called Aaaagh Grimfang, previously second in command to a pack that he hunted down while in the company of Sivilan Hearth. Rematch when the werewolf at his jaw readied himself for another round of combat. Erevan giving moral support, and the priestesses watching the performance of their fellow brother, so to speak. Moving on, we had meanwhile, Red and Bubbles conducted their own research. Red researched more on the matter of a mysterious devil that seems to interfere with channel conduits, known as Garukhan the Silencer. Of Garukhan the Silencer, she was able to decipher from her own reference text that he was some kind of intermediary agent between the mortal realm and the infernal world, and apparently acted as an enforcer of sort of contracts, which explained how he was able to travel to and fro, left him vulnerable in a unique position of not having a place in hell to return to if he were to be slain. Red takes note of this. Bubbles heads off to the necromancers to try and learn more about possible vampires and whatnot. Unfortunately, Bubbles' own description is barely helpful, and the necromancer in the information booth is only able to grudgingly provide a supposition that vampires still exhibit certain behaviors of the living and are easily mistaken as such. We recommended that Bubbles leave this to the experts and try and find more concrete evidence after handing over another round of pamphlets. With this research being done, Red and Bubbles then prepare the office for a meeting with Remlin Ashford, the strange member who seems to refuse to join the Cabal and seems to be a worshipper of Demogorgon of all things in this particular city. They are able to glean certain information from Remlin as the back and forth questioning quickly becomes more animated. So far, the bubbles in red go so far as to offer information about the Ghanaian's task and mission, the time-traveling shenanigans, of which Remlin is able to respond that his friend Piotr's schooling shared to him on that remarks, but the meeting never happened due to Piotr's death. Suggests that Bubbles and Red find a way to shield themselves from any possible scrying attempts, or as he calls it, not displaying enough paranoia, and suggests that in the Great Descendants' home, they might be able to find a device, something like an astrolab, that can provide such channels. He does warn that he has not visited the place since, on suspicion that he might be observed. Though Red and Bubbles might be able to enter without too much problems, information back about the city's past, which he thinks is tied up to this whole affair with the Black Omen, strangely enough. I mean, other names are dropped as well. Most importantly, informs Red that her quandary can be found within the craftsman's district, among people richer than the traders have means, and with more means than the temple have. He instructs Red to look out for 4 catchphrases in reference to the craftsman's district, namely fishing, portraits, bird watching, and gardening. All 4 which are activities of questionable legality in this context, and perhaps where she might be able to get her one responsible. That mask was not a cheap thing, and he reasons that people dressed as sort, with that sort of secrecy involved, would be found in such areas. Remlin and Red and Bubbles part on relatively good terms, and Remlin agrees that he'll share what he can find out about Captain Goba, while Red will keep him informed about the Black Omen proceedings. And with that, we proceed to today's session.
That's a lot of static.
Can you guys all hear me?
There's a lot of static.
How? Now?
Yes. Yeah. Are you outside?
And is it any better?
It is better, yes.
Yeah, right now it is, yeah.
Is there still static?
It sounds like this.
That's not very good.
I know, I'm sorry.
It sounds like if you take paper and plastic and scrunched it next to your mic.
Is this better?
Yeah.
So
we're
far,
not hearing anything else.
For now.
It's just
Who's still hearing static?
Nope, not anymore.
Nope. Crystal clear.
Yeah.
Alright.
problem resolved.
Roll for initiative. Woo.
Yes, Fenriloth, you go and do that.
What's this yellow? I mean, this circle thingies.
Those are other lycanthropes.
Maybe it was part of the earlier. This area seems to be more of an aqueduct structure that was apparently abandoned.
All right. I got the 14.
Should Farlow roll as
That's
well?
pretty good.
It's all right.
Farlow or Erevan participating? That's the big question.
Everyone has gone with Gorbak.
Yeah, I'm out.
I
of there.
feel like Farlow
Farlow-
may be...
Yeah, Farlow is chasing the girls to follow the Korvac and Erevan and wondering, like, why do you leave them here?
Ooh, music. Yes.
No, he's faster. He has +3.
It's okay, he also rolled higher than you.
Yeah. Sets.
So,
Oh no. Farlow.
Oh, Farlow.
Oh no, Farlow.
Alright.
Just Farlow.
Is Farlow planning to
Next
interfere
one.
in the fight? This is a major question.
He may if Fen looks like he's about to die.
He will pass on most parts.
Right? Yagal snarls. Eye for lie, tooth for truth. And he charges forward,
Okay.
throwing, strangely enough, a silver long sword.
Huh. He has a silver long.
You recognize the silver longsword as belonging to your fellow hunter Sivilan Hearth once upon a time.
Oh.
Aaaagh seems ready to inflict some form of poetic justice, however appropriate it might be.
What justice?
Bloody Lycan is a poet.
Is he not getting hurt by the silver that he's
He's
wielding?
holding it
Pretty
correct.
sure the hand in silver. It seems like a waste of silver, if that were the case.
Well, I take 10, right? Testing.
I'm pretty
I
sure
hear
that's
you.
2 attack rolls.
Wait.
Yeah.
Aaaagh
that's 2
swings
attacks.
twice with the long sword in both arms,
Uh-huh.
and one of them bites deeply into you for 10 points of damage as silver cuts in
Okay.
between friend or foe.
Well, I am not like control. Just kidding. All right. Is that all he's doing?
That's all he's doing for now.
Okay. Have this. DC 15. I mean, when he starts in the thingy, and then virtual weapon. 21 hits, right?
Wait, did you cast 2 spells?
It's a bonus section. Wait,
But there's still
it's a
2
main
spells.
spell.
You can't cast both.
So
of
it's
them
just Spirit
at the same
Guardians,
turn.
and yep.
Bonus action snarl at werewolf.
Snarl. He's going to stare him down.
Okay, Aaaagh passes the saving throw.
Oh,
if you're not doing
just
anything
passed.
else for the
He takes
turn?
half.
Yeah.
No. Now it's his turn.
Okay. Aaaagh growls out as the necrotic flame burns at him. He takes 2 more swings at you, maneuvering himself around.
Oh yeah, by the way, I targeted so the priestess and fellow is not getting hurt.
You're excluding them from your spell.
Only
right?
them though. If the other lycanthropes come in, they will get it as well. That mods are high.
Smart.
No, and 8's pretty balanced for where we are now.
I guess so.
Right. Dashes twice again. The long sword, one up and one down. The down one manages to catch you between the armor, and you take 8 points of slashing.
He's gonna steady himself.
Right.
And slash at it towards his eye. Yes. It's non-blind eye. Aw, misses. Wait, give me a second. I have to do con save. Yeah, I passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You jab back at him with your long sword. And
Bonus
sees
action.
your move coming in a rapid action and jolts back.
And
out of the
bonus action.
Your spiritual weapon finds him from behind, though.
Yes, cast it from behind. Where should I just draw like something?
I'll give
Draw
you
a
little
sword.
time.
It's a blob.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a refined long sword attacking.
It's 8 force.
Aaaagh snarls as the force damage impacts against.
He'll need to make another save, I think, at the start of his turn.
Oh yeah. Wait, is it not showing? Wait, it's not showing.
He fails this time. What's your damage?
Wait, it's not showing. Is it showing up?
Roll
No.
damage. Nope.
Alright.
Oh, there you go.
It's 8.
Oh.
That is a
hurts.
minimum damage.
No, minimum damage is 3.
Oh, that's pretty close, though, I'd say.
With necrotic energies, and you can see his wounds beginning to heal around himself.
Alright, need a longsword, like real bad.
Is it possible for Fen to tell, like, is he out damaging the healing, or is he like back to full?
He was somewhat injured, and now he looks hurt again.
Okay.
But he's still slightly injured.
And then Aaaagh
And then he
snarls and
screams.
lunges forward. Athletics check.
Oh, please. Ooh, ah!
What is he doing?
Year
Grappling?
26, spooked Erevan.
All right.
Oh,
Aaaagh
plus dollar
lunges
sign.
forward, trying to ram you into the column behind.
And I push him back with.
You become the column, and he's.
I raise
Okay.
my shield and block him.
Annoyed by this, he tries to bite you instead.
Oh. Please don't hit.
Oh, fangs of the lycanthrope.
Ah, no, it doesn't hit.
The biting gnaws chunks around your shield, but doesn't penetrate anything.
All right. Fen really wants to punch him in the eye, but he's going to slash him with the silver longsword because that's the only way. Ah, he keeps missing. Sad.
It's okay.
Unfortunately,
you have
having your
this-
shield up means that your longsword isn't striking rightly.
Yeah.
Still
Does my
find-
spiritual weapon hit?
Yes, it's still finding its mark.
All right.
And
11.
roll for your spell again.
Yep. 9.
That's more like
Roll
it.
for save. Yes, take full damage.
Aaaagh snarls again as he realizes his necrotic energy is creating a very unfavorable terrain to him.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
Grim Reaper.
it's literally difficult terrain.
High enough.
It's like the werewolves
is.
back from the shadows, many eyes snarling and growling and urging their leader forward. He feels pressured. Put in more effort against Fenriloth,
He's doing the one hits.
bashing you again with the sword.
Oh yeah. Oh sure.
So his swing
a
has
lot of
more
damage.
momentum behind it. Fenriloth, you take 14 points and make a saving
Yeah.
throw.
Safe. It's an advantage anyway. It's advantage because Warcaster.
Yeah.
All right. I'll do this.
He runs around this way this time, trying to put some distance between himself and the shiny weapon. Your go.
I'm gonna move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it forward around here, 15 feet, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Owl sound out in the background, and some strange skittling noises as well. Companions aren't all wolves, it says. The spiritual weapon is unerringly finding its target again.
And he's going to. Ah man, what's my longsword doing? Shit.
Ben's like,
That's
maybe I should be using my action to dodge instead.
Yeah, but never mind.
Alright, roll your damage.
Oh, save.
Oh.
It's 5.
It's okay. It's still 5. It's still good.
How did he heal up from before? How much does he heal?
He's back to around the second round, as his wounds have recovered swiftly.
I see. Huh.
Aaaagh seems to lunge forward as one of his feet plant itself further back into the terrain. Fenriloth, you may roll an insight check.
Okay. There it is, 25.
Oh, damn.
Alright. Aaaagh is holding his movements fairly well, but you can make out that his feet is reaching back towards the debris behind him. Blind you. Are you going to do something about this, or what's your response going? He's trying to kick something to your face.
Okay, he's going to reaction block it with his shield. Is it possible?
Yeah, it's possible.
All right.
With a whole bunch of dirt and debris and all that. You avert your eyes and block it with the shield,
Yes.
and the attempt fails.
All right.
Oh.
No save.
The attempt fails.
Mhm.
However, as you try to do so, he tries to back off.
That was wow. He just he runs
is
so
in
fast.
he is in difficult terrain, yeah.
Yeah.
Because of
Yeah.
Fen's spell.
Difficult terrain.
Yeah, spirit
Alright, then he only
spiritual
moves here.
guardians. It makes it difficult terrain.
Aaaagh lunges backwards towards the direction. Fen, you may make a attack opportunity, but with disadvantage because you're shielding yourself while doing so.
That's 16
Ooh, that's a
hits.
16.
That
Nice.
hits.
It hits?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally.
Oh.
Oh,
Nine
the
slashing,
disadvantage hits.
A silver longsword cuts into him.
As he
And the
jumps, I
wound
cut
that
in his
to
shins.
temporarily halt. Henry Loth, your turn.
Right? My weapon is not gonna make it there.
You can move it as close as it can.
It's
Yeah.
a 15 feet, right? So it's about here. Here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it? Alright. And I can reach him, I think. If I maneuver over here.
2, 3.
Yeah,
you
bring
can-
him
Yeah.
into your aura.
Yep. He's not going away. And what should I do this time?
Just slash
You know
him.
what? I'm just gonna slash him. Oh, I don't think it hits.
That hits.
It hits!
It hits.
Take 5 silver slashing damage. He's gonna
Tell him
stab
to
at
yield.
his.
Yield.
Yeah. And he takes 7.
Growling and his wounds aren't regenerating this time. Lashes forward twice.
Okay, one hit.
AC is 19, right?
Yep.
With a bite this time as well.
Oh,
Oh, rest
no.
in peace, guardians.
Yeah, I'm gonna die. It's okay, I'm gonna keep slashing at him. So he hits with his sword, but missed on the bite. That's 11.
The sword slashes you for 11 points of damage.
Alright.
The bite, however, catches on your shield, and your turn begins. His teeth are still stuck onto your shield. He seems to be unable to get it off.
Oh.
Oh, ho, ho,
Aha.
ho.
Can I hit with advantage then?
Yes, you can.
Alright, I'll bring my spiritual weapon forward. I guess because when he did that, I was like quite surprised and then concentration lost. Oh well.
Oh, critical hit.
Yes.
Do you mean my longsword get advantage or everything?
Everything.
Alright.
Yes.
How do I do this in
Spiritual weapon is 1d8, right? So you just roll 2d8 and
2d8.
add your
Yeah.
whiz.
okay. 2 17
Plus your wisdom.
4.
It adds your wisdom, yeah.
So it's 18.
Yeah.
Nice.
18 damage and silver longsword. 18 hits.
Yes.
Take
Yes,
7.
You need that. You need
I just
that.
Yeah, I
imagine-
needed that advantage. I
I just imagine the
stab
silver.
him. I tried to stab him in the eye, but
Right. No, a loud yelp comes from him as your silver finds home again. Seeming frustrated now, and then like the bloodthirsty snarls from the crowd are starting to pick up a slightly more mocking quality as well.
how does he look?
He's moderately injured now.
All right.
Are you also moderately injured,
I'm
Fenriloth?
halfway, moderately. Half.
He snarls, tossing aside the sword, and goes at you with claws.
Oh shit.
Oh, second phase.
Oh man. Oh, it hits.
Ooh.
Oh.
It miss. 1 hit.
Strength, athletics, or acrobatics check.
21. Oh, that's higher than me.
Ah.
Shoot.
Okay, this is what happens. He goes into a rage of sorts and he slashes at you with his claws.
Yep.
Sorry. The first claw cuts deep into the side of your face. The other one catches on your breastplate and he shoves you down to the ground.
Oh.
And then he's on top of you, biting away.
I'm prone now, right?
Yeah.
Is he also prone? No.
No, he's over you.
Okay. So roll damage, I guess.
Is Fen wearing his priest outfit or his necromancer outfit?
His priest outfit, but yeah.
Oh man, it's getting shredded.
Yep. That's
Fenrir,
fun.
you take slashing from the claw, and then the bite draws blood for 11 points. And the crowd is cheering again. Seeing their leader letting the bloodlust take over.
Oh. Fen is gonna growl back a little bit.
I don't know how to answer that. Grrr.
Okay, he misses this time.
Stand
The
up.
spiritual weapon bounces off its hide.
I will try to shove back at him. I can, right? Or I have to get up to shove
You
at
have to
him?
stand up first
Yeah, I'll
with
stand
your
up.
movement speed.
Okay, you stand up with half your movement.
Yep. And I try to shove him. Is that possible?
Yeah, that's athletics.
Yep. Oh no. It's bad.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He holds his ground this time, snarling and laughing back at you. Anything else?
That's all. Thing is gonna prepare himself for the incoming attack.
Of his wounds he sealed back again as he gets into the momentum of this. And he comes back again, slashing away with
Wow.
claws.
Okay, that looks kind of scary, but it's actually only 2 hits.
So claw and bite, is it?
To land again, gorging out in the same areas where he was striking.
Oh.
Very lost, you take 6 and 15 damage.
Oh shit. I'm down already.
Oh no!
Ding ding ding.
Fenrir goes down in a flurry of bites and furious howls.
And
Oh
the spiritual weapon dissipates.
yes, dissipates. And he goes down.
Alright,
Fen was not allowed to conceal.
do anything as Aaaagh gets up like responding to the howls of the bloodthirsty crowd. Vengeance! I have it!
Yeah, there's a lot of blood.
There's a lot of blood around everywhere as the crowd is like growling and snarling. Does Farlow do anything?
I believe Farlow is not currently at the table.
Farlow walks up gingerly to drag his fallen comrade away.
All right. Do I hear the howling?
Erevan, you do hear the howling.
But you don't know what's going on. Ta-da!
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, yep.
What
There you go.
happened? I'm sorry. We had a problem
Oh
with
yeah,
the washing
fair enough
machine.
went down.
Farlow completely
Fen has
spaced
been
out
defeated.
off and Fenrir was fighting for his life.
Yep. Fighting for his whole life.
He was staring in disbelief.
Oh well, I'm gonna go ahead in front. Well, if I throw a pot onto him, he's not gonna like be healed by it, right?
I think you have to shove it in his mouth.
Yeah. Wait, what is the wolf doing again?
Gloating.
I don't think you should go near it. I don't advise you
He's
go
howling
near it.
in victory.
He's
Don't-
gloating.
Do not go near them because if you help, then you're gonna get attacked.
Yes.
Do not go because you guys are not their enemies. Don't make an enemy.
Aaaagh,
Go shake his hand. Congratulations, sir.
an example of this one.
What did he say?
Let's make an example of this one.
No!
No.
Forward.
Yeah, well,
Welcome
part
to
of
the
follow
furry-faced gang.
rush to the front. Hey, good, you won. Now let's leave the poor man to be buried for another day. Yeah?
Yes, I have my vengeance.
Cool. So I can have him, right?
My
This dude
kill.
owes me stuff. This dude owes me stuff. At least, let me have his body. If I
My
don't have my
kill.
stuff back.
What right do you claim to this?
He owes me stuff.
Oh? Money
Yep.
means nothing here.
Come again.
Money means nothing here.
Well, I'm supposed to go back up there, and money means something there. So let me turn him in for bounty or something.
Nudges you. Follow, you need to speak their language a little more. Money means nothing here.
Okay, so what can I give you in exchange for his body? What can I give you in exchange for his body?
Why should I let him live?
He's already dead.
No, he's still alive.
He's
he
just
hasn't been
unconscious.
killed yet. Yeah.
He's like he just blacked out because too much blood loss.
He's just
there-
lost the fight. He hasn't been killed.
Can we
Is
not
there-
make 2 death saving throws?
Ah!
Oh gosh, failure of this.
Is there any way that I intervene here, or am I like really out of earshot range and I can't hear anything?
I mean, given the battle took about like 4-5 rounds, so that's about 30 seconds of you walking with Gorbak and Gorbak talking. Suddenly, like, Gorbak turns around like, "Oh, sounds like they solved it already."
I'm gonna go have a quick look. Yeah.
Yeah, Farlo's gonna shout.
Sounds like the werewolves are happy.
Yeah.
Gorbak won't be very happy about this if you don't give us his body.
Oh,
Can
I
remind you
swear
of
I
that.
just heard your name, Gorbak. Let's go check it out.
Right, you pop back into this scene going on there where Farlo is standing over an unconscious Fenrirloth.
Mm-hmm.
The werewolf Aaaagh standing over him, and Natalia is standing quite nearby Farlo.
Wait, how many lycanthropes are there around? I mean, how many werewolves are there around the scene?
Quite a lot.
Quite
Yeah.
uncountable amount. I like to. I want to go
You
over.
hear Aaaagh going, "Why should I let him live?"
Well, you're still alive after the first fight with him,
Ooh,
so this time it's your turn to let him live.
It wasn't by choice that he spared me. And
And now you can be the better person and let him live by choice.
I should probably take an eye.
Well, I would say that the pain of losing to you is probably going to be more painful to him than dying.
Mr. DM, can I ask if I can sneak up behind this guy without him noticing me?
There are
You
a whole
might not
bunch of
notice,
werewolves.
but he has subordinates in the sideline who are noticing.
Yeah, his invisible subordinates.
All right.
Let him suffer in the dishonor.
Eye.
at the mention, I don't know how this is gonna work, so I'm just gonna tell you what I want to do. Okay. And you can rule it however you'd like to rule it. I want to, at the mention, the second I hear him say, I want to take an eye, I want to see if I can rush up behind him, take out like one of my daggers, and see if I can hold him in a chokehold and like put my dagger on his eye, like what, and ask him, what did you say? I want to do that. Like, how am I able to? What's the ruling here?
That's a grapple.
All right. I would like to attempt a grapple then.
Oh man, everyone, don't do this. It's not worth sacrificing yourself.
I would very
No.
happily love. What do I have to roll?
Athletics is a grapple.
All right.
Do good. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
You grab the larger werewolf from behind.
Mm-hmm. I wanna like choke hold
annoyed.
him. Yeah.
Annoyed
I'm
by
like-
your attempt, and the growling lessens when he realizes you're actually hanging on to it. The spitting and snarling noises from the sidelines as like a guttural chanting begins again, somewhere in their own language, and Yargal turns to you. Who the fuck are you?
You don't need to know who I am. All you need to know is I'm that guy's friend that you just downed, and I'm all for a good revenge match, and I'm glad you got your win. But if you take his eye, you're losing yours. And I put the dagger ever closer to his eyeball. You
He
hear
only
me?
has one eye, you do notice.
Yeah. I know. Like, I mean, like, I didn't know, but now I do. Like, I put it like really close at the mention. Like, you take his eye, I'm taking yours. You better believe I will.
If I give the word, you'll be swarmed and torn to pieces along with.
And you'll be blind.
Make an intimidation roll.
Oh.
Do it.
While this is going, can I
Oh,
feed
God.
Fenrirlon?
Oh no!
While this is happening, I'm gonna feed Fenrirlon a pot of potion.
Oh shit!
Oh, he rolled a one!
Oh.
He rolled a one!
Oh my god.
Oh.
Never done anything like this before.
Well, I don't think you've ever threatened anyone's friend like me before. Yes, sentences. I appreciate a good revenge match, a good brawl. But you won, you got your revenge. Let's leave it at that, yeah?
What's he to you? This one doesn't have friends, only accomplices.
He has friends, alright? I'm living proof. I choke him harder. I'm living proof, you hear me? I'm his friend.
Does he really think the same way?
He may not. Actually, he probably doesn't. But I'm not.
Fenrirlon, you take
But I'm not letting you
Okay.
take his eye.
I'm gonna
Wait.
pretend dead.
Pretended.
Actually, no, I'm
Roll. I'm giving you
Very long. You're
I'm gonna
unconscious.
shove.
What?
Drama continue.
I'm shoving a pot of healing in your mouth.
For 5?
No, it's 2d4 plus 2, right? I forgot the 2 in the beginning.
2d4 plus 2.
So it's 9.
And do you think he'd do the same for you if you were in his place?
I can only hope, my good man. I can only hope. What? Just because I'm doing something good for someone else doesn't mean I have to expect the same thing back. No? That's not how good deeds work.
At this point, because
I'll just take this sword Then add it with the other one, so it won't be stabbing any of us in the future.
Sword.
At this point, because Follow healed Fan, he's gonna get out.
What? Huh? What happened? Why is Fenrirloth awake?
And we lost. You get up.
Yeah.
You see
What?
Erevan holding Aaaagh by the neck. Aaaagh seemingly less bothered about this fact and more that how the crowd is reacting.
At this point, what do I
Hissing
hear?
and snarling.
Which part of conversation I'm hearing right now?
I won't take the eye then. I'll just take the sword, add it to the collection.
That's
I
what you
won't
hear.
Stabbing any of us.
Fan's
means
gonna throw him
And sword.
his silver longsword.
I let go of
He
my hold.
already has it, right?
No, it's on the ground or something. I don't
Yeah, I think he kicked it aside, Fen. You're not holding your sword anymore.
Did he kick?
And Farlow will fetch the sword.
He
Fenrirloth
gave
is
him-
offering up his sword.
Yeah.
All right.
It yelps at first when he grabs it the wrong way, and then after a while grabs it by the handle, collects it with the other one.
Careful, yeah. I mean, I don't know your name, but you should be careful with that. I let go of the hold.
He
And I put
points at Fenrirloth with a clawed fingertip. Around here again.
Don't come around here again, he said?
Don't let
He
me
said,
see
"Don't
you
let me
around
see you."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't let me see you.
You're very lucky you had that one. He looks at Erevan and looks back at you.
Did he look at Follow?
No.
He's blocking his view, but he does seem to try and peer over Fallow's shoulder.
All right.
Right, the ones you want to see are further behind.
All right. I hope we don't have any more trouble, Mr. I'm like dragging the
Move guy?
Mister. I'm
Fen, you
dragging
should-
the
you should
Mister
totes-
because I
you should
don't
totes
know.
tell Erevan what the guy's name is.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, go. Grimfang.
All right. Hope we don't have to deal with that kind of situation anymore, Mr. Yargal. And I turn around and I go back to where Gorbak was.
go. All right,
Oh.
you'll proceed forward. Natalia and Sister Gemma follow behind. The group, Aaaagh beckons you all as a group to walk a bit closer this time. Fenrirloth is still behind. Priestesses go. The priestesses look at Fenrirloth and you go, why you have those two around?
He nods, and then before you guys walk, he's gonna put his hand on everyone's shoulder from behind and like, yeah.
I
Hug.
know. You don't
Bonding.
you don't have to say anything. It's all good. The shoulder tap. I understand what the shoulder tap
He
means.
says, "Thank you. You saved my life."
No problem. Anytime. That's what I do. Well, Gorbak's right. We should stay a little closer together, yeah? And no more fighting, Fen. You need some rest.
And Follow, I mean, Fen. Where's Follow? Follow, are you behind me?
Yeah, behind Natalia.
Then he turns to Follow as well. Say, and you, thank you.
Well, I didn't really do anything. Just don't want you to die.
Right. And she takes off Fenrirloth's cloak of elven kind. This won't be necessary for now. I thank you for the disguise. She hands it back to Fenrirloth into your hands, and she sort of like clasps it there a bit longer than normal. And you feel that there's a weight of something inside the cloak. We anticipated some kind of trouble, but it seems you've got out quite well on your own.
Yes.
Thank you for the cloak.
That is no problem. And then he takes back his cloak and
Sister Gemma also removes her and gives it to Erevan, the one that he loaned her.
Alright.
One is the thing that she handed him.
Apparently, it's a silver dagger.
It's a silver dagger. Oh.
Get
I was gonna give Natalia a questioning look.
We were expecting some kind of trouble. Thank you for dealing with that.
I thank you. It is very generous of you.
Hello, brother cannot be made to look too weak in front of savages.
He nods.
Well, damn.
All right, go about looks around. Right, so how did it go? Everyone good?
I look over to Farlow and Fen.
We're good. Apparently, love to use some healing though.
I put on my coat again. I'm like, well, I mean,
Right.
rest is good, right? I mean, unless we get into more trouble. Is there more trouble ahead, Gorbak?
Nope. This is packed territory. In case you didn't tell from the urine and all that around here.
Oh, so that's what it was. I thought it was you, man. God damn.
Ain't that going to be pissing myself yet? The
All
furry
right.
one should be scared of me, not the other way around. You proceed along, and there's the snuffling of shapes in the darkness, strong pungent smells of wet fur and urine. Easy, boys. He's with us. They are with us. All of them are with us. And you pass through twisting tunnels, some of them still damp. In some parts, there's the creaking of mechanical gates as sluice gates are open. Ahead of you, closed behind you, intersections open. Some blockages passed. Really intricate network in these aqueducts that the lycanthropes are manipulating. And after a while, Gorbak turns around to you. So Erevan, you and your friends going to be sailing with us, eh?
I guess so. It's not really for sure, so I can't make a decision for the group because I'm usually
Wait,
not.
what do you mean not for sure?
I mean, I'm for sure sailing. I can tell you that. But if you want their answers, I can't. I can't.
Familoth, Farlow, are you in or not?
Half nods.
Questioning eyebrow, Farlow.
I am too. I'll come along.
There's your answer.
Right, so why don't you tell me about yourselves? I already had a nice long chat with Erevan some time back. Don't know about you two.
Well, if that's the case, it's time we swap positions, guys. And I push these guys to the front with on either side of Gorbak, and then I stay behind the group.
Try to take half a step back. It's too close.
Right here.
No need to be shy. There's room for everyone. His arms outwards. Come on, give me a hug.
Freya gives him a polite nod, but do not go to the hug.
Well, Gorbak attempts to initiate hug. What the two
Oh
of you-
shit!
Attempts to initiate hug.
Farlow just gingerly like pull out his hand with two of
What
his
is
hands.
this initiate hug?
What does Fenriloth do?
he gives him a polite nod, but to not go to the hug.
Okay, Gorbak hugs the both of you with a crushing embrace.
Oh shit.
We roll damage.
Oh, he is actually very hurt, so he's like, actually, I have to heal up first. But
In
thank you for the
pain.
thought.
Gorbak hugs you all and then like comes back. The fuzzy face did do a number on you, didn't he?
It is an old.
You're going to
Yes.
patch yourself up?
Eventually, yes.
Hey, you lovely lady, do you mind giving Buddy here a bit of Gemma and Natalia look at each other and shrug. Brother, do you feel you need a bit of help?
He looks at them. He say, no, save your energy for Ganalion.
They nod back, look at Gorma. All right, so tell me about yourselves. We'll try and move fast enough so the bleeding doesn't get everywhere. And oh, you, no sniffing, back off. And hopefully the blood doesn't attract too much attention.
Well, I guess I could try to stop the bleeding. Fair enough, is gonna grab some cloth and something just to bandage.
You first. He looked at Farlow. Tell me about yourself.
I'm a conjuration wizard.
Is there someone talking behind you or something? I hear like double voices.
There's a lot there. It sounds like someone's having a conversation.
It's her family.
Bam, bam.
Gosh, they're louder than you, Farlow.
Hang on.
Oh, she about to drop a silence on those fools.
No, I'm gonna cast sleep.
Okay, much better. Okay, so what does Farlow say?
I think she's moving to another room.
All right, Fenriloth, then you first. You're not so shy. Tell me about yourself.
Came from Aaaagh, became a necromancer.
Slavers. How old were you then?
It's a long time ago. Very young.
And what else? I mean, that's not all of you.
Nothing. I do bounty hunting. That's all I do.
Oh, so that's how you found your fuzz face.
Yeah, that one.
Well, I'll say you did good, I think. Still standing after all that.
Well, with the help of the two of them, yes. He gotten quite strong since the last time I seen him.
Usually that's what happens. Second in command becomes alpha. They feel they need to prove a whole lot.
Yes, he did definitely prove himself alright back there.
Anything else you want to say? You're a bit of a quiet one.
You say that's all I have to say.
Well, Farlow.
Does it sound better now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just your ordinary conjuration wizard.
What?
Going conjuration wizard.
On your wizard, right?
I make stuff, so I try to sort of like
What kind of stuff?
well, I can make ice knives.
Ooh.
And I can shoot out webs. Like Spider-Man.
Spooderman.
Oh. People can sometimes fall from high places.
Oh, I have feather fall too.
Even better.
If we're gonna go to the sea, that doesn't really help.
Oh, it does help if you're on a ship like the Black Omen.
Is it huge?
The mast is pretty tall. You fall from there, I'll say you lose more than a leg.
I know. Alright, I'll keep it ready all the time.
So your first sailing?
I was on a boat before coming to the Galarnos. I didn't fancy it because it was far too long for a ride.
Still quite nice. They'll do the rigging, yours.
Nice.
You know how to do the rigging, the sails and all that?
Can learn.
Right, you are, that's the idea. We'll teach you.
Yeah, if it's in a book, I can learn it.
You continue along further. And eventually, you reach an area that's drier than the others. We have been blockaded off from this area. Smells in here and like some hints of some tunnel fungus and other vegetation. And there is a small little fire. It's a shifting of movement in the darkness. Shape step forward. Go. It's just me. Brought some help. Yes. I can go back to your alpha now. That's fine. Aaaagh, it's me. Put the crossbow down. And there's more shifting in the darkness. Aaaagh gives the go ahead. Oh, here. Aaaagh stands somewhat motionless in front of like a bundled figure, somewhat behind by the fireplace. He looks at you all and doesn't really say anything. Yanali and Harvest Desmonte lies motionless by the fire. Just walk ahead and start examining him.
Oh.
Pulse is faint. Salt spray. No. Start muttering to themselves. Nothing we cannot handle.
Well, I guess priests are gonna get started on Yanalian. What are we gonna do, guys?
Fanny's just gonna stand in the corner.
Talk about the ship.
Hey Aaaagh, it's been a while since I've seen you. How you been? How's the crossbow? How's the bullets?
He responds by means of like lock and loading, and you hear the clicking sound of several bolts set in place.
Give him the okay sign with my hand. Alright. Getting him to talk once was already a miracle. Alright.
That's true.
So, what's the plan here, Gorbak? While the priests... Are you gonna look after the priests while they heal up Ogangan over there?
They're doing priesty things. He looks at Fenrir. They look like priesty things, right?
Fair enough, nods.
Alright. So what's the plan? What's the big plan you got for us to sail and things? Where's the boat
Well,
you're talking up to me about?
Firstly, we need to get a boat to the Black Omen.
Mm-hmm.
No dinghy for something bigger, yeah?
Definitely bigger, always better.
Bring your friends. Make sure you have everything you need with you, since we probably won't be turning back.
And
I
then,
spotted me a fairly nice vessel on the Craftsman's District. The Brine King, they call it. Take that
Ah.
one. Trade a few favors.
you're gonna buy it with favors. You're gonna trade some favors to get it.
Yeah, that's how it works.
All right. When we sailing? Couple of days, a week?
How long do you need to get ready? Because like I say, once we're leaving, we'll not be coming back.
We're not be coming back anytime
Well-
soon, or we aren't gonna come back.
He scratches his head. Not be back for a long time, usually.
It's all right. I'm prepared for this. Well, I'm as ready to sail as ever, but there's a couple of things I'd like to do before I go. We'd still need to convince our resident investigative duo, and they have their things they need to settle.
Oh,
I
the
don't know.
cat lady.
Yeah, you remember her?
I didn't get to touch it. Well, I didn't get to stroke her
Yeah,
belly and all that.
I suggest her belly.
Oh, she's your wife, isn't she?
No, yes, haha! I can't believe you remember that.
How does that
good.
work out, actually?
Good memory, Gorbak. No, Gorbak, that was a joke. I made that as a joke
Wait,
because
what?
you were sweet talking her at the mansion. Remember?
Yeah?
Yeah. So I
Why?
said that as like a joke, so you'd back off. I mean, I at the time, so you'd stop disturbing her. But
Yeah, whose wife is she then?
she's nobody's wife. Gorbak. She is nobody's wife. All right. It was a joke, a prank. Sailors know pranks, right? Gorbak, come on,
Oh,
keep up with the times.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. But you need to get your things ready, you know.
Yeah, all right. Farlow, Fen,
Hi.
do you guys remember anything that the DA duo mentioned? Like I don't know, maybe like if they mentioned what they were working on?
Yo,
To
I
you guys.
Something about some murders in the commons.
Oh. All right, so
Murder?
on that lead, huh?
What about murders? I mean, they happen, right?
Yeah, murders happen, but these are
they look like
weird.
cop murders.
Yeah, they're weird. I don't really understand it. It's all magic-y and
The-
religion-y.
The murdered people, were they important to you lot?
It seems to
Farlow?
involve a demon, so that's quite important to Red.
No, the dead people, were they important?
Oh no, not anyone we know specifically.
There we go.
Demon though might be important to Red. I'm sure he'll see the point and he'll come with us.
I will check in with her.
Definitely.
Okay.
And
Who is
Hey,
going to lead the ship?
hey, lovely ladies, how you all doing? Who's done? We cleared the air passage. The lungs are working hard, breathing. And we've given him a bit of the root to chew. Seems to be in his coat pocket. He was reaching for it at some point. And you hear Ganilian starting to cough. Oh, who put that horrible thing in my mouth?
I pat Farlow on the back real hard to push him forward.
And Farlow probably stumbles over and accidentally grabs on Natalia's dress.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do
Natalia
that.
and Gemma both back away as like Ganilian starts to rise of his own accord. Like his teeth are stained red with some kind of a root chew. Let's see.
Makeup?
Farlow, you can make a nature check.
Yeah.
You're up, boy.
Untrained, right?
Yeah.
No, my
Erevan
mouse
can
is not
check
moving
as
again.
well. Erevan can make this check as well.
Alright. I shall assist.
A cough.
Okay.
Just one more.
Erevan, you recognize this as a form of Turok root chew. Farlow, this is the base for the drink that Ty first bought that morning.
Oh.
So like from like half dead and almost completely out of it, Ganilian suddenly looks wide awake now.
It's like Red Bull.
Oh, this thing is horrible. Oh, Farlow. Erevan,
Sorry,
Ganilian.
Cornelia.
Aaaagh, good to see all of you. And thank you, disciple of the Nine. Thank you, servant of the sea. Natalia and Gemma both bow. How dance. We ask that you do the same. May I have a bit of time privately? I wish to speak with the three of them. He beckons Erevan, Fenriloth, and Farlow forward and asks for space from the others.
Walk up.
Yeah. We go for it and yeah.
Mhm. Oh, he's typing. Is he saying we can't hear? Ooh, yes.
They
Oh,
look
Zach.
some kind of root shield from the north. Very potent. I really don't recommend it too much.
We'll avoid in the future, yes.
There's music, and then he goes, first of all, what have you learned since we last met? Farlow,
Well,
Fenriloth. Everyone should
yeah.
speak up now.
What?
This is the time to speak up. First of all,
Is he
what have
questioning
you
or is
learned?
he?
He's questioning us. What have we learned? We last met him underground.
We went to meet the black lady. Yeah. It didn't go too
Yes.
well. She was
The
crying.
black lady. Yes.
She flooded the museum.
Didn't cooperate, I take it.
And then
Well,
he
to begin
said,
with, before
I
that,
am-
she was.
I
Sorry, one by
apologize, but the black lady is no more. But her soul stone.
one. What?
We had to crush her to stop her from. Yeah.
Where's the soul
Kind of
stone
gave
now?
myself a hug. It's with the necromancers.
Any idea what they're going to do with it?
We're trying to talk to it. Actually, we were called upon to use animate chat so we can converse with her, but some terms of agreements went awry and we kind of pulled back. Since we know what she's capable of doing, we are quite wary to just simply call upon her and wait.
The deal fell through, basically.
Yeah.
So now it's in the hands of the necromancers, and you have no idea what they're going to do with it. Penrilov, do you have any idea? This is important.
Master Shivandus is going to find out where the Black Woman is. But we do have our suspicion where the ship is right now. Our plan is to destroy it.
The Soul Stone.
The Black Omen.
Well, that too is problematic, but whatever happens, make sure they do not destroy the Soul Stone.
What will happen?
You think the captain will do?
So he is in Vitalanos right now.
Well, if he isn't, and they destroy the Soul Stone, he soon will be.
I don't think it can be destroyed that easily, no?
Should we procure it before we go to the Black Omen?
It would be a very good bargaining trip.
For what?
This sort of thing is just better to have than not, in case there are so many things that can go wrong at this junction.
Could it be dangerous if the stone fell into Rick's hand?
Oh, very.
And it might not be a good idea to bring her to the Black Omen.
I do have a question. Do you know exactly how to destroy the Black Omen?
He looks up very carefully to make sure no one's listening around. The oath of loyalty was sworn on the bow of the ship. For those of you who are not sea trained, that means the front part. It may be possible to just destroy that section with explosives rather than trying to sink the whole ship.
What if the bow is indestructible? Are there any magic properties?
The hull is metal, the bow is wood.
Any protection?
It will be to rain and age and many of those effects. But it will not hold well against a full force of explosion in the immediate proximity.
Okay, so no magic on it.
And you're very sure that's how the ship is destroyed? Or is that just an assumption?
That is one of the possible methods for the bow. The only foolproof method of destroying the entire ship itself is the way it was constructed.
By lightning and smoke.
Look, I do not know the exact details of this, but I know someone who does.
Is it correct?
Who is it?
Black Omen was... What do you know of the history of the Black Omen?
A slaver ship.
Precisely. It's a slaver ship. The slaver ship. The crowning glory. It was made through means by which having trouble deciphering, but I know who commissioned its construction. The council itself, under the directions and leadership of Slave Master Kavros.
What?
There is a special place to the Slave Master, or Grandmaster Stravas, I believe. There's a special place of forging where very strange, very outlandish, and very powerful things are created. It is a national secret for good reason.
Master Ganilian, Gorbek is offering to bring us to the Black Omen. Should we keep the fact that we want to destroy a secret from him? I imagine
Unless
he'd
you
go
can
ballistic.
Unless you think you can put it off very nicely, I'm afraid I would suggest so. If you should set sail, make sure you're fully prepared. Fully prepared.
Not much of a chance on coming back then, I reckon.
This is a serious path to take on. I regret that I have to bring you into this, but I'm also glad to see that you're taking this so seriously to this extent.
Speaking of preparation, you
Yes?
mentioned before about a secret spellbook. You mentioned to Erevan.
I left some
But I-
annotations. Damn it, there's no time. Do you have it right now?
I have your old one,
Yes, hand it
the one
over.
that's been lying around the house. Now hand it to him.
Take the spell book and start flipping to some page, like stop earring the pages. Okay, so you read the margins here, it will tell you where exactly, but to be specific, these are all coastal locations
Coastal?
on dinghy and stuff. These are all coastal locations, they're not in the city itself.
Still in Vitalanos.
They are not within the city.
They're
Oh,
within
Coastal
the
locations.
they're within the waters.
Oh. Oh.
Little hidey
guess-
hole.
I
It
guess
may be
I'll take a
possible to
walk.
visit them.
Yeah. Is that?
It may be possible to visit them along the way. These hidey holes were created with the intention that if I had a night's rest, I might visit and reclaim something.
Perfect
I
place to
see.
hide contraband.
Yeah, the line is getting a bit bad.
Man,
Man,
can you all still hear me?
I can.
I can still hear.
Okay.
I'm having a lot of trouble.
The place, the state secret I mentioned, in terms of accessing it, you need to speak directly to the top authorities, slave master or the Grand Master. Otherwise, it's just a real on the bow.
Whew.
Can you
If
do
the
that?
bow is that important, would they have hidden it? I'm sure they would have protected it.
It's the front part of the ship, like any other. Well, I was one of the few to know the oath itself and the wording. Most sailors don't even know what they are reciting or such. It was a very complicated sounding phrase. Given that, well, you might be wondering why I'm able to tell you all of this. I saw my loyal. You see, I had a
Yes.
part in myself, so I put in a little loophole for myself.
Rather cunning of you. And
So
yeah,
you're not 100% bonded to it.
I'm not bound to the oath, so to speak, but by the, let's just say, they will know, and it will not be very pretty.
If the
Shit.
three of us were to get on the ship, do we have to swear the oath as well?
Well, yes, but while swearing your oath and standing there, you'll be in the prime explosives, will you not?
Hmm.
And anyway, if the bow goes, so does your oath.
So, Fenraf looks at Klaajak. I mean,
No, they're not
he's-
there.
Okay, so he
They're
saw Klaajak,
not
right?
there
But
hearing all
Klaajak
of it.
looks like an
secret
explosive.
conversation.
He has a lot of like, I know, But like he looks like he has a lot of explosive on him, right?
Definitely looks like that.
Get them off him. But the Black Omen ship's hold should definitely have a significant quantity. Ship has
Gun-
many cannons after all.
Gunpowder and the like, yeah?
Oh, in that oath.
Loophole on the bow of the ship to serve it until death and beyond for all eternity and loyalty. You see, when I said my oath, I was levitating.
You are not on the ship.
I was
Oh,
levitating.
you're a genius. God damn, Ganalian. Should give you more
Not the
credit.
most loyal I was, but now I find myself in this position.
Hey, everybody was young once, right?
Now quickly, actions. Everything out of the way.
Do you know the exact location of the Black Omen right now? Is it in Maryland's Fall?
Maryland's fall seems most likely.
Alright.
Is the lady's
Yeah.
name Marilyn?
Now, getting to Maryland is another challenge. Since it is for the seas, you do not simply draw a straight line. For this, having Gorbak on your side, even temporarily, will be useful.
Yeah, he said he was gonna do some trade-ups for the Brine King. Pull some favors in.
So that may still take a bit of time. I suggest you get your affairs sorted out while doing so.
Oh, so do you know
Sounds
about the eye on the map that you asked me to find in our observatory?
I still
There's a
around.
scrying spell on it.
Let me guess.
That is a creature known as a Morkoth. He's one of the behemoths of the deep.
Totally not my guess.
Is it working with Rictus?
No, it is not, but Captain Drakadi resources that go beyond the ship itself. The reason the Black Omen is so feared is not simply because of what the ship is and its captain, but what the captain can command.
Hmm.
And he can command this Morkoth thing. Damn.
I do not think he commands it on a moment-to-moment basis or even daily, but it likely has instructions for the safety of the Black Omen. I do believe that with Gorbak guiding you, it should be sufficient to pass. Provided you don't take too long to carry out your plan, you will not be able to intervene.
Alright.
Is this Morgoth thing, does it stalk people?
It was so as a means of protecting the Black Omen against scry and destroy tactics that opponents might employ, such as it were used to be back in those times. It was designed against scry and destroy tactics, such as were employed by enemies at the time.
Hmm.
Think of a snail shell. Now make it very, very big and put some kind of octopus squid thing in it. You get a Morkoth
Alright.
as well.
Yeah. The deck's stacked pretty heavy against this, huh?
In that case, we need much more preparation than what we have right now.
Also, really important to note, Ganlian,
Yes.
we still haven't delivered the last package. I know that's a complete surprise because I promised you I'd try to deliver it last time, but
I know difficulties. These happen.
yeah. So what?
We can delay them from.
So right now I just want to ask.
package to deliver.
Yeah, is this one of the things we need to accomplish before we leave? Do we need to deliver this last package? Because
If you
it seems
could,
like it's really
it would
important.
simplify
The last time we
many
talked.
things. Eravan, I need you to understand this in no uncertain terms. We were the best of the worst in a time when killing was synonymous with survival. For it, rewarded even. But we failed to draw the line when it came to other thinking people from the east of this world. Lumped them in with all the rest because it was convenient. And the packages, they represent something very great that was stolen from each of them.
Right.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
You're no longer my apprentice, but a mage in your own right. You need to transition from choice to active decisions. You need to decide what is worthwhile and what is not. Benriloth, what are your personal reasons for doing this? Your official ones.
He looks at Galleon. The safety of my master.
Which master?
Lady Ilana.
And what about Lady Ilana?
He asked you what about Lady Ilana.
Ah. If this thing comes true, then Lady Ilana will be in danger.
The city itself will be in danger.
And
Yes and no, it is
the reasons
complicated.
is the safety of the people.
Benriloth, I will tell you now. I was once a necromancer, position for which Ashel Fen candidate for at a point. Had things turned out different, orders from me today. I thought I knew what I was doing back then. The missing piece of the puzzle is the
If we do successfully deliver this package, would the Black Woman be no more?
It might be no more, it might be something else, but I don't think it would be the threat of today. There is another complication. For one reason, the woman has returned. And why Gorbak can climb back at my side and why on? With a black omen, we swore oaths of the mothership and so on into life and beyond. Swore oaths to was to the city itself. We swore that the black omen would be there if the city was ever threatened. It is
So the-
ironic how things turned out, but the black omen was only intended to be a safety precaution for the city, a defense. For something to warrant such a defense to rise again, loyalties are questionable.
You mean a war might be upon us? Of some sort?
Something is threatening the city with destruction. When Gorbak and Tlajak appeared, I tried to find out what it might be. Then the assault at the manor happened, and then all my efforts, no fruit there.
What did you find so far?
That it may have to do with the origins of the city.
Would it be something related to demons?
Devils, not demons.
Yeah, devils. We are having a spike of places that might involve devils.
We met one, we fought one.
Tell me.
Wasn't pretty. Oh god.
Something decided.
Maybe it's very important.
Alright. He's called Garukan the Silencer, I think. I can't recall. Anybody?
Some silencer.
Yeah, I'm not good with these. But he popped up from some weird circle on the ground.
I recall that name when I was High Necromancer. One of the agents of contract enforcement or such.
Yep.
There was a time
Red Sage is himself.
He's
There was a
mostly yeah.
There was a time.
What? There was a time.
There was a time when were actively worshipped in the city. This was before the Silent Act, before organized religion. Desperate times would call upon desperate powers, and they would provide.
Do they have a cult with some kind of a name? Like the current temples?
Natalia is a disciple of the Nine.
That she
Okay.
is.
Sister Gamma, one of the Sea Lord. Both forces were once potent in this city. When you have the Sea Lord as your only allies, well, you have to make do. I would not be surprised if there was some sort of attempt at a comeback.
Damn.
So you imply these devils, they're returning to Vithalanos.
Could be, I guess.
I have all sorts of theories at the moment as to who the masters of the city were at some point, or who the city might answer to. Answers on this. I would suggest speaking to the slave master or the grand master.
Sounds like a plan. Man, I wish
suggest
Kane was here.
if Fenders or Master Ashel Fenders is proving troublesome, I wish to speak to the Grand Master regarding the previous High Neck. That should get some attention.
The previous High Necromancer.
The Slave Master himself can be usually found patrolling here and there. But be mindful of what words you bring up with that one.
Alright. Got it. A big stay away and keep your mouth shut, Erevan. Oh, he said, like, you know, meet the High Necromancer.
Anything
And
else?
Be careful of your words.
So Fan is going to look at everyone. It seems we won't be boarding the ship that quickly.
I don't think he could get a ship mobilized that quickly either. I give Genelian a questioning brow. I don't
What
think
other favors does
I don't-
Gorbak and Klajak have?
I don't
Given
think
that you will need a
ships-
crew to man the ship, I doubt he'll resort to the most base methods of doing so. Presumably, there'll be a bit of give and take, a bit of drinking and all that.
So
Fair enough asks Ganelion, how far is their influence? They were slavers before, am I right?
Who were slavers before?
Gorbak and Klajak.
You might wonder why comfortably in a werewolf like Henthrope then and I am.
Yes. What favors did they
Yeah.
garner to get into the Temple District?
They recognize Admiral Klajak.
Okay. Admiral.
They recognize Admiral Klajak's Siegebreaker.
Hmm.
The lycanthropes used to serve us well in the war itself. They're hardy, they're tough, they work well in teams, they listen to orders. It was only when the matter of their breeding got out of hand that the city council made certain decisions that were unpopular.
I see.
Some of them still wish to sail again. Others, you know as the Sea-Wolves, they are notorious pirates. But yes, slavers and necromancers once worked together very closely.
I see.
We sailed Black Omen together. We provided magical support and they physical means.
Was Asher Fenris around when the Black Woman was still active?
Oh yes,
Huh.
he did not serve on it. And on hindsight, I can't help but wonder that he was not and did not have to take the fall when it did.
Well, he didn't seem to recognize it, or he just didn't want to admit it.
Oh, he's keeping
Either
something
way.
from you, Fan.
Either way, there's a lot to investigate about this.
A lot went wrong in a single day. You know about the Pumice Pact.
You've said it before that it was the great change to like organized religion, no?
Organized religion, theatrical performances, culture, all this. Thalanos decided to stop waging war against its neighbors. You see? Thalanos decided to stop waging war against its neighbors and to broker for peace.
So the Pumice Pact is a peace broker
Yes.
treaty thing.
Yes.
Ah.
The Dante would allow the formation of organized religion and lend some of their priests. Mithalgaring would lend their knowledge of culture and natural resources. In short, having these two nations allied with us, or at least at peace, would enable some other means of development beyond the sea, more appealing to cultists and strange powers, or military force. It provided a direction. I think you can guess the price.
They wanted the Black Woman to be destroyed.
At the end, that kept raiding them.
Sounds like a fair price.
I knew something was very wrong that fateful day. Bus contacted me, abandoned my position and make myself scarce. It was much later on that I grasped the secrets of time travel from that woman and times to that fateful moment on the Black Omen. We returned with good tidings to the city and our own countrymen spotted by our sworn enemies. I'm sorry, I find it very hard to talk about this.
It's alright, Gan. It's alright. It's I can't imagine you going through that more than once, but you did, right? So sorry, you don't have to talk about it.
I had to find out why. I had to look at it from all angles and what could we find, and maybe find some kind of solution. And I think maybe all the time I was trying to find some sort of justification that we were right and they were wrong. And all I can find is that everyone was wrong.
It's usually the victor that writes history, right? Something like that. Go give him a hug.
No way.
He needs one. Go. Nudge, nudge.
Oh man. It's like Fenry Law.
Is he sitting up in the bed?
Daniel is just sitting up right now, and he's just completely quiet and frozen.
Yeah, I sit down on the bed next to him and I put a hand on his shoulder. I grip it firm but not tight.
Trembling.
He's trembling. It's alright. We'll make things right, Canlian. It's alright. It's okay. You don't.
We're gonna fix that. You can't, then you end history here.
I promised you once I'd get the package delivered no matter what. I ain't about to break a promise a second time, yeah? Next time you meet me, it'll be delivered.
Henry Loth, Farlow, what do you two say?
From what you're saying, I'm starting to have second thoughts about destroying the Black Omen. If it's coming up to save the city, but this is still a problem. So I think the parcel is the way to go.
Henry Loth?
We have to find what's threatening the city to trigger this Black Omen awakening.
It's a two-pronged problem. We need to know what is threatening the city. Fences cannot divide themselves two ways for this. Problem I think you will understand is that one of the agreements of the Pumice Pact organization, the Serdanti and Mithalgaring forces will not be happy if they learn that Vithalanos has welcomed the Black Omen back again, whether temporary or not.
Wait, what did you say about one of the conditions for the Pumice
One of the
Pact?
conditions was of the Pumice Pact destruction of the raiding ship that had caused them much grief. It's a demilitarization process. I do not think either country will be happy to learn back and operating under Vithalanos means again.
Well,
Even if the Black Omen should decide that it wishes to help the city against this new threat, foreign nations may not stand for it.
So the parcel is the way
hey.
to go.
I mean,
You're gonna have to meet Sadima again.
we're gonna have to try and change history then, yeah? Make sure they don't slaughter all those innocent people.
Yes, we must protect Vithalanos from further damages, either from their foreign countries or from within. The devils, you say? I have to ask Sister Natalia about this.
God damn,
Be very careful in how you ask it. we do not know how far she herself may be involved.
Yes. They
Around
do
this
seem
time,
to be happy to help you. Do you have like previous connections with them or the cult?
well, when we were around and operating, that was before the Pumice Pact. Servants of the Sea and disciples of the Nine would have been the main religions.
I see. Freya looks at Ganalion. He looks alright now, but can Freya make out how weak he really is?
He's currently jacked up on the road.
Yeah.
So
But
in
like,
the current,
what's the condition of his like physical body?
Well, as a drow elf, he looks fragile. You think that like it now seems to be more of a mind over matter deal, that he's staying alive and trying to stay alive and stay alive some more.
Hmm.
man,
Okay, he has made a decision. Do you guys have anything else to say? Because Fenrir is done.
There are many old forces in the city, some of which still owe allegiances or think they owe allegiances to the rightful religions or powers of that time, and so on and so forth. Old habits die hard.
What does Rictis play in the power of this? Is he associated with the devils?
Rictus was high necromancer. Of course, I would have followed along with what seems the legal procedures, what was right at the time, and whatever sacrifices needed to be made.
sounds
I
so
was
weird when you
active-
talk about yourself in the third person.
Back then, was
Continue.
actively opposing all this bringing of new religion in.
Hmm.
I was not alone in the sentiments that our city had sold out itself to foreigners.
Well, you didn't have a lot of options at the time.
No, the council made its decision.
And we've made ours. I get up off the bed.
And the council, if I know the trade princes, they are in, are they not?
You know that much.
I shrunk.
Think? Well, yes, they are. They were created. They were created to make sure that there will be no more like them, no more capable of challenging the leadership of the city.
They were
E7.
created.
Oh yes. You did not think they happened naturally, did you? Things preserved willingly for an undying loyalty.
To
They
whom?
are incapable of betraying the city, whatever the cost might be.
So if we were to save the city from its destruction, they would help.
Helping as to openly or quietly. As I said, it was a difficult decision when they realized that the Black Omen had ceased to be an asset, had to make the necessary sacrifices. I can only imagine how angry I was then, as well as some of the others.
You had all the right.
They made good decisions for the city, not necessarily nice or kind ones. But I have a theory that goes beyond that. Intelligent undead, however intelligent, must have owed their creation or state to someone else.
Yes, that's what I was asking. Who do they owe their allegiance to? The city do not speak.
I have a strong hunch. Try speaking to the slave master or the grand master.
Okay.
And whatever we discuss here, be very careful of who you share this information with.
I can
Fair
tell
enough,
you.
nods.
I can tell you, it's definitely going to the brains of our operation. And I put up.
We'll attempt to get to the bottom of this, plus delivering the package.
Yeah. Ooh. Farlow, come here.
Other questions?
Oh, correct. Then what kind of questions did we miss? Did we miss anything, guys?
We still need to ask anything about Sadima, because we're gonna find her if we deliver the parcel.
Oh, also, I whisper to Farlow, you should probably tell him. Oh wait, you weren't there.
Yes.
Oh no! But you need to tell him this because you're his ex-apprentice. It's all right. I'll tell him. Yeah, but yeah. To answer that out of character question, there's a lot of things we want to ask, like vampires and stuff, but our characters don't know that in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I look over to Ganalian and I'm like, well, I don't know if this is gonna lighten the mood or if you're gonna feel any better hearing this, but Stevig is all right. He's safe.
That is good to know. Thank you.
Although I do bring with that some very bad news. He's very confused and lost right now. I think when all this blows over, I think he deserves a proper talking to from his master that he was loyal to for years.
I
Yeah.
can't promise that.
Do you have a note of some kind signed by you that I don't know that we could give it to him in case
There is
something ever
nothing we have
happens?
discussed here that I can safely share with Stevik. He's a full patriot.
That he is. That he is. All right.
He would
Well-
run straight to the authorities and it would be disastrous.
So not even Stevik and his old war buddies, huh? Right. It's just the
They took
DA
up
duo
arms
then.
against the Black Omen.
Yeah.
Also,
def-
they believe the council's word that we turn traitor.
Yeah, he did mention. Huh. Well, I'm good to go. Farlow? You had something you wanted to ask?
I'll find your books. I'll find your spells. I'll learn them well. I'm rhyming.
Oh, take care of her. Is there anything else?
I look over the Fen, I look over the Farlow. Nothing that I know of, anyway. I just know that we have a lot to do and not much time to do it. Oh. It's alright, I'll ask you this in private. You guys have anything else to ask?
Fair enough. Just like I don't have much to help you with your current condition, but do take care.
He nods. Farewell then. Should
Farlow?
we
Farlow
ever
bows.
meet again, may it be under pleasant circumstances for a change.
Perhaps.
Alright. I'd like to stay behind and ask Ganalian like a question. Is that alright?
Fair enough already left the place.
Is Farlow still there?
Yeah, Farlow's like, what secret things are you gonna ask?
Farlow? I think Fenrirloff's that way.
Okay. Right. He
Yeah.
yeah. He just says to Ganilian, I'll do my best to protect the city that you swore loyalty to from the devils and Rictus.
Even if it means
Then he
protecting it
leaves.
from itself.
Important to note, even if it means protecting.
Sorry, what?
Even if it means protecting it from itself.
Like you said, changing the city is still destroying it.
Use your best judgment in this.
Yes,
Not
sir.
not an apprentice anymore. Yeah.
And Farlow leaves.
I stand up off the bed. I mean, I'm pretty sure I stood up off the bed already. And I look at Genli and, well, I have you all charged up. Here's the question. And I don't know how to phrase this properly, but is there a time where the plague doesn't hit Vithalunas? Every single time you went back, there was always the plague, yes?
I'm afraid my attention wasn't on the plague back then. I
I
was too
understand.
focused, absorbed in this tragedy.
I understand. Now, no, it's all right. I'll keep it to myself. It's nothing important to the current situation. I'm sorry again, Elian.
Just consider that whatever might have happened to you now is a product of things that happened in your past.
I remember that. I give him another good pat on the shoulder, and I leave.
Well. And we move on to the next group.
Ho ho! Ah! Whoa! Knowledge bombs! Ah, my brain!
Right. So, and Bubbles. For waiting. Right, what do Red and Bubbles do now after Remlin departs?
Red,
Yes.
how is Sardis doing?
How is Silas doing?
Silas reports back. Fine, boss. It's currently 7 p.m.
Ruslin's not back yet?
No,
Okay. This is after the discussion with
Remlin.
Bubbles of how he could possibly be a vampire, yes?
This is after Remlin and all that.
Okay, so everything like of that's been done.
Mhm.
How do you feel about tipping the necromancers off to a potential vampire?
I think it's fair game, but we have to prove that, well, we have to make sure he is. And
You
right
mentioned
now,
that blood sets them off?
well, they have a bigger affinity to blood, I'm sure, considering they're just covering for the fact that they're missing something. I think that's what the pamphlets and the guy meant. But they're certainly looking for something. And I think if we put maybe a drop or two of blood or a whole case, I'm not very particular.
Okay. I'll go buy some groceries for tonight.
That sounds
We'll see if
fair.
we can't. We'll see if we can't spike one of his beer casks.
Well, I don't know. Considering he's been away for quite a while, do you think he'll come back anytime soon? That's my primary concern right now.
Well, Silas will keep an eye out for him. If he doesn't come back, I guess we'll have to go looking.
Perhaps Silas can stay a bit more, and after you go get the blood, you can like swing by near him so he doesn't go too far.
That could work. How far is Ruslin's place from the DA?
That will be an hour and over an hour.
That's like land travel, yes?
Yeah.
If
If
Silas was a crow,
Silas has to fly? No, he'll have to fly with his imp speed if
half
he's
the
carrying the
half
blood.
the time.
so
I think half an hour should be fine.
Okay.
Let necromancers get to him before he hurts anyone.
Oh. In the meantime, remember, we do have to go check out Miss Endon's place for that anti-scrying thing.
Yes, we'll head there after.
Alright, so while you're going shopping, I guess I'll peruse more of the written material, because we all know that went well the first time.
Alright, enjoy your nap.
Can I try to read the material again?
What are you looking for this time in particular?
Specifically on vampires. Like
What
how
vampire?
how do you turn a vampire from being a vampire fledgling to a full-on I need blood, I'm gonna kill someone kind of vampire? I'm sure they can't control themselves the first few nights, right?
This may differ on things, but reading through the pamphlets, it seems it depends a lot on the humanity of the person to begin with as well. An upstanding member of society is far less likely to succumb to the urges than, say, someone who is a hedonist or such in the first place.
So technically,
Mind
Ruslan...
as in, like, the mind of the person has a role in it as well.
Considering how depraved Ruslan is compared to the Aaaagh, that Aaaagh guy, it would seem that Ruslan would turn faster.
Possibly.
Yes, he would seem to be a flight risk.
Can we sort of write a note to Christina to ask who else she may know, maybe tomorrow morning, that was in the same ship or has recently come back? Or I could put my ear to the ground and see if anybody knows of people who have gone missing for quite a while and have since returned and then gone missing again.
Okay. Christina will be unlikely to know because, you gods, it's like Delamon Ulrich was betrothed to her, but she doesn't really want to know who he keeps company with. So this would be more of having to either inquire very carefully around the nobles district, because nobody really likes answering those kind of questions there. You could try your luck in the docks area, or like whatever washed up kind of place.
Can I don't know, is the docks open this late?
Yeah, there are always ships coming and going.
Can I visit my old friend, what is his name? Yusuf, the
Yes, you
port
can.
master, and see if he knows of any ships that came back that weren't supposed to be back.
Okay. That instead of the looking over the pamphlet stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, Bubbles will head off, and then
Yes,
Red.
Red's just doing shopping, so I'm guessing we can fast forward that unless something interesting happens
what
with
is
the
the
groceries.
important stuff you want to do while shopping?
Okay, you wanna buy like
Blood.
meat and also some blood.
I mean, you can always tell the butcher
Some
that
meat and veggies.
you're
The
making
butcher looks a bit.
you're making blood pudding.
Yep, that one
Yes.
is no issue.
And also
Yeah.
yum yum yum.
And then how do you wish to arrange for the Barlow?
Okay.
I'm shocked you would suggest that.
You fiend!
Devil's blood is poisonous.
No.
Okay. Anyway, Red, how do you wish to do the operation?
Okay, so first Silas will unlock the window
Yes, boss.
and leave it slightly open.
Yes, boss.
And then I will recall him. So dismiss him and resummon him where I am. I'll pass him the small vial of pig's blood. And he can go invisible and fly back to the house. Get inside, find one of the more accessible drink bottles. If he needs trouble deciding which one is the most accessible, I can look through his eyes and use investigation to find out
this
which one
will
is likely
require
to be
a
the
very
first one
high
to grab.
investigation because of the sheer amount of bottles everywhere.
Okay. Are there a lot of like full ones?
Most are empty.
Yes. So we find one that's closest to where it seems like he spends most of his time. Maybe like the desk or the bed, depending on the layout of the room, which area is most messy.
The bed seems more likely.
Okay. Which is the closest full bottle to the bed. And then we pick that one. We spike that one. Then he turns into a spider and sits on the ceiling, or the corner of the room where it's all dusty. Chills with his fellow spider brethren.
Okay, so he spikes one of the full bottles near the bed, but he doesn't put the bottle anywhere else. He just leaves it there.
Yeah. Like wherever it was left. And then he's just to wait there until further notice.
Like, I'm taking note that most of the group is neutral for a reason. Okay, and I move on to Bubbles. Bubbles?
And then I start preparing dinner. Yay.
Yeah, dinner. Yes, sir.
It is about 8 dogs. Okay. The docks, you can hear the waves now crashing against the stone tides. And there are fewer boats around now, but the boats that are around do seem bigger. And as well as looking around the place, there are less guards, less sailors in general, and seems to be dominated by a single huge whaling ship that dwarfs the other ships in size.
I make a note of it in my mind. And then I go towards the office where Yusuf is. Do I remember sort of giving Yusuf any cash for his help? Then I can prepare it in advance. Or is it like just a hello information kind of thing?
Okay, this is what you can see when you get to the office. Note on the door. It seems that Portmaster Yusuf is on leave due to family issues. Anyone looking for the services of a Portmaster to instead look towards. Give me a moment here. Okay. Instead, there's a apology notes asking that anyone looking for a portmaster search for a portmaster Zachariah instead, who is currently handling his operations for the day.
Zakaria?
Does it have an N at the end? Zakarian.
Zakarian or Zakaria?
Port.
Oh, Zachariah.
Zachariah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Zaki. Okay.
Zachariah.
I go towards the office, but again, do I know if it's customary to give a little bit of money for their help and their time, or is it just purely question and answers, thank you and goodbye?
It depends, but this portmaster is new to you.
Oh. Okay, I go see him anyway. So I knock on the door.
You knock on the door. There's like a sliding of a small hatch aside. An eye peeks out, looking at you. A feline eye, in fact. Hmm?
Portmaster Zachariah.
Hello?
Hi.
Slides back. And you find yourself looking face to face with a well-groomed looking tabaxi.
Well,
Hello?
Wait, what?
Zach the
Any
kitty.
help?
Yes. I was actually initially looking for Portmaster Yusuf. He and I go a long way back. I just have a few questions, and he led me to you. Do you have any time in which I could steal for some information?
Ask away.
My only real question is whether or not you've come across any ships that were not meant to come back. Say they've been missing for a few years. All crew intact.
Ships that haven't returned. That's rifling through page. You do know that Yusuf wasn't very much of a paperwork person, but Zakaria seems to have everything labeled.
Very meticulous. Make a note of that.
Any names in particular?
Have a look at Ruslan Thane.
Is that the name of the ship?
It's the name of a person. I'm trying to figure out which ship came back. I've heard several reports of
Alive or deceased?
very much alive, thought to be deceased.
I'm sorry, you have me confused. Alive or deceased?
Alive.
All right. He goes through like the index section of tea and over to the filing cabinets and browses for some time. And some time. And some time. Well, there's a Panola Thane
Yes.
who's she's currently in the traders district at this address over here near the park.
Did she?
Under her relation status, it says that she has two siblings who are currently overbroad, and she has a brother who's deceased.
And the deceased brother happens to be.
Ruslan Thane, deceased, not alive. The
That's-
deceased report was filed about 3 years ago after no return at sea, it seems.
So no strange ships.
Ask which ship he was on.
Oh yeah. What ship was he on? The name of the ship specifically.
Let's see. He goes over to another filing cabinet, and Red, you're finished making dinner. Bubbles is still nowhere to be seen.
She didn't say she was going out. This is weird.
Okay. He moves over to the filing cabinet for the deceased passengers and such, and pulls out a file. Ah, yes, Ruslan Thane. On the
Are you saying something?
If you said something,
I
it
didn't
probably wasn't heard.
hear.
The last thing I heard was like Ruslan Thane, and then it's like
Silence.
Right, he was on the ship was called the Mermaid's Voyage.
The mermaids.
Is, I believe, boat.
It's
Yes,
it's a boat. Sorry, I didn't hear.
boat.
It's a boat.
No party.
It's a party boat.
Yeah, a pleasure boat.
Ah,
That's the polite way of putting it.
yeah, yes. Do you know how many crew helmed that ship, by any chance?
Let's see. Exact crew, I'm not sure, but it seems that the maximum capacity was 26. So if we count off chefs and I would say there would be about capacity for 17 passengers.
And this ship never docked again.
It was supposed to have been sunk at sea. I don't think it docked in the entertainment district.
Out of character, does Bubbles know any other places that a ship that small would have docked?
Since it's a pleasure boat, it's quite a small ship.
Mm-hmm.
Any of the archipelagos will have a means to dock.
Okay. Well, if I have any other questions, what time will you be working until?
Yusuf's problem seems to be extending further and further. The Brine King, I dare say I shall be here for the rest of the week.
Oh dear. Oh, is Yusuf okay? I'm very worried about him.
I think his wife is giving birth. The human thing, you see, they have to stand over there and keep watch and make sure everything goes all right, even though you know everything will.
I have heard of terrible things. Well, things hopefully will be better. Anyway, I go to grab some coin from the purse, and I put it on the table. Will this be enough for your
Oh,
time?
no, that's not necessary. I'm just happy to do my job properly.
All right. If anything, I'll come see you again. Thank you, Zach. And then I do back home.
Make a perception check.
Perception. Okay. 19.
Okay. You head out and you sort of catch the reflection in the as you go, and Portmaster is sort of like standing over his desk, like watching you leave quite earnestly.
I sort of duck into an alleyway where I can still keep an eye on him for a while.
Well, there's no alleyway around the docks, but he doesn't seem to be following you.
Okay, is there a way that I can sort of peek into the window and see what he's up to?
You peek into the window later and you see he's scratching his head a bit, rubbing his chin, biting a bit on his pen. picking up his papers and going back to work again.
So nothing strange.
Nothing strange.
Okay. I guess he was just antsy that, somebody's bothering him with his paperwork. Okay,
Or
sorry.
he's hiding something.
Do I know where Yusuf lives?
Yes, you do.
Can I just go and peek to see if everything's okay?
Right, you head over to where. This will take you some time though.
Oh, okay. From where I am, which is the port, and Yusuf's place and DA, which one is closer?
It'll take you half an hour to get to USOS. It'll take you an hour to get back to the DA. So going to USOS will add another half an hour to your trip back.
Okay, I'll go back to the DA first.
The meal has gone cold by the time Bubbles returns.
Well, we have a stove, and I would have eaten first. Yes, I'm assuming that Bubbles got distracted by something when she was reading and decided to go out, because that is a very Bubbles thing to do.
Right?
Yes.
Would probably look through the leaflets while waiting for her to see if there's anything that okay, she probably went to check this out. If the page was turned to a specific page that had some mention of something, it's oh, well, yes, she clearly read about this and went out chasing it.
Well, not
But
that
I
you
don't
can
think,
tell from
yeah.
these pamphlets.
It's oh, okay, whatever, eat food. When she comes back, we can heat up the rest, and she can have
Okay,
that.
Bubbles returns I say by the time Bubbles returns is about 10, almost 11.
Okay.
Where do you get off to?
I was looking for the name or some information on the boat. Turns out the Mermaid's Voyage was the boat that both Ruslan and that Ulrich fellow was on. 17 passengers out of 26 total amount of people that can be on the boat, so it's a small boat. And
Did you get their names?
I did not. I think it would be kind of strange to get all their names in one shot, I'm sure. But I found out that it's a party boat.
Oh, didn't dock at the docks then?
No. I would
I
think
see.
it's a little bit more lavish than something that would be at the docks and perhaps would have another home somewhere.
Do we know where it is likely that it would have docked?
If it was an upscale pleasure boat, you would deduce that a certain amount of discretion would be valued by the owners.
I see.
It would most likely dock where they could get back home and on board very quickly.
Okay, that makes sense. Do we know who the boat belonged to? Was it the Ulrich's boat?
Well, I don't think it's a timeshare thing.
Let's see. Who owns the boat? Oh yeah, now I would say it would probably be Ulrich's boat since he would be probably the richest person on board.
Okay. So probably somewhere around where he lives then. Okay, cool. Alright, I'll heat up the rest of the soup while you get yourself settled down. I guess we'll leave for the Messendans in a bit.
Yeah, I can eat fast.
Okay.
Looks like that thing in the Craftsman district is getting pretty interesting to find out. I mean, it might tie itself to the boat.
Indeed. I don't know. Seems unlikely.
Well,
Vampires?
I don't know about vampires, but I'm talking more about the fact that it's an unmentionable, perhaps.
Maybe.
They do have
Fishing. Hmm.
Could be fishing.
All right. We'll keep that in mind. So fishing means like boat parties.
It's a rave party on a boat.
Yeah.
What?
It's like what rich Instagram people do, right? Go on yachts and drink.
The Thalanos Instagram page.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we eat.
We finish
eat.
eating and then we go to Miss Endon's.
Okay.
Do we need a disguise to go there?
Good question.
No.
Let's
Maybe
just
not. Whatever.
the usual outfit of black and
Well,
slightly hidden.
Last time, Cabarrus went there and he got in and wasn't accosted by anyone. So I'm gonna wear his skin and hope no one gets angry at him. Yes. Go. Cabarrus the Caustic.
Poof. Ninja vanish. Okay, we make our way there. How long does it take?
So Cabarrus will be walking beside Bubbles.
Yes.
Is that weird?
In Cabarrus's, like, he does wear like a something to cover his face,
I'll
right?
say
does he?
one thing strange about this would be the olfactory factor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like he won't be bad smelling. Well, actually, he can be.
Do you have Prestidige
I
or
could
something?
I could Presti myself to smell bad. Would that be a
Works that way?
good disguise? Yes, it would. I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll say that works for now, unless somebody really, really wants to investigate the smell.
Poof.
And immediately crinkles
Sorry,
nose. It's okay. Best we make a move. I grab some smelling oils, maybe rose water or lavender, and dab it under my nose, so I don't have to smell it.
Yeah.
All right. Red, with your newfound confidence in your new form, you head out. It will take you about 2 hours by foot to get to the commons.
Oh. Should we just get a cab? Yeah. Okay. I take off my disguise and we get a cab.
Okay.
So
So
we
because
walk in.
Cabarrus will not be allowed to take cabs normally.
Yes.
Yeah,
Indeed.
because he smells. Okay, so we take a cab.
Normal form.
We take a
Five
cab.
What's the
Five
cost of a
silver.
cab? 5 silvers. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get this one.
It takes you an hour to get there by cab to the commons. Back, your footsteps back to that fateful encounter at Miss Endon's house. It is
Indeed.
the house appears quite quiet now from the outside, and around it, where, or rather the only pieces of greenery around the common, seems quiet as well. The hangman's tree branches swaying slightly in the night breeze.
Anyone there?
Do I see anybody?
We'll check out the
Perception,
tree first.
Perception check.
Before
20.
also 20.
Right?
Mine's
You
natural.
both make out a tall, gangly figure, like leaning against the tree, apparently resting. Like the person you were trying to
recognize?
Oh,
impersonate.
Oh.
it's a good thing we didn't go that route.
Let's say hello.
Hmm.
I'll go greet him.
You Red, you step forward to the hangman's tree. And as you approach close enough, like there's a twitching, and the dragonborn's green eyes open. Good
Keeping up your
evening.
usual haunt, I see.
Yes.
I don't suppose you've noticed anyone going into the Great Miss Endon's place.
No. I was hopeful that lightning might strike twice.
I see. Well, you remember Remlin. He suggested I get an item from that old house to ward off scrying. Something from my own place.
Really now?
Yes, what would you make of that?
Grandly.
It seems that our interests align for now, at least. He described an astrolabe.
Yes.
I thought I'd let you know that I'd be. Yeah, I thought I'd let you know that I was going into his place to see if I could find it. Would you have a problem with that?
Imagine that's probably the only thing that wasn't nailed down because it was too darn heavy for them to take.
Ah,
Heavy?
how
It's
big is
big.
it? I guess we'll.
Owen Vole asked me if I'd lend a bit of muscle, this scrawny lot, but I told him I wasn't doing it for free.
Corwin Vole was here taking things, was he?
Everyone was here.
Ah,
So much about unity, eh?
indeed.
Well, that tiefling fellow isn't here, if that makes you feel any better.
He's a nice kid. I don't think he wants to go in the family business.
Yes, so he says. Anyway, I'll just go check it out to see what we're dealing with. Do it for free?
Huh? I see no
You
reason
mentioned
to
you wouldn't
call
help
my...
them for free?
Well, let's just say with Corwin in particular, it's more than that.
Ah, I see. Alright, well, I'll just pop by and see what we're dealing with, and then
So I
if
come
we need
along.
any help.
Did you?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, come on.
If you're not doing
Just
anything.
what Remling thinks is own astral lab,
I'd like to know as well.
right?
Alright, let's go.
Do.
Cabarrus leads
Varus
the
the
way.
Caustic has joined the party.
Cabarrus leads the way to the house that is now apparently abandoned and quiet. But you
I
do
look
know
around to see if there's anyone else around, sort of keeping watch before hitting in.
there doesn't seem to be. Cabarrus just touched his hand to the door. Some sort of magic being dispelled around it. Specifically an alarm.
Ah,
As he pulls the doorknob open and robbed the place, didn't have the decency to clean up all the stains. The way he walks in, and you can see the house is pretty much as you remember it from before in the layout. The sacrilege body is long gone, and some attempts have been made to dab up the mess, but without
Actually-
anyone will be standing here in a hurry.
actually, now that we know that it was probably Garukan, can we sort of imagine, because there used to be a circle, right? Or is
Yeah.
it still there? Is the circle still there, or has it been cleaned up?
The circle has been cleaned up.
All right. From what I remember, does the circle look like the kind of circle that Garukan would be able to sort of hijack and spawn from?
You would guess it very likely. Arukan isn't
and-
very picky on this, but generally circles are like a fantastical shape for him.
Damn. Any circle.
Triangles and those
Okay.
kind of weird things means you have to squeeze in weird ways.
Yes, that is true. Also, I remember last time, there was no sign of forced entry, right? Was what the report said.
No sign of forced entry.
Okay, but the inside looks like what it might look like his six swords waving around and cutting things up, including the person. Is it?
Well, there seems
Is
to
it?
be enough space for him to do that. Especially
okay.
since this particular person may not have been expecting anything.
I see. Very well. It all adds up then. Okay, we continue.
Can I look around to see if there's any interesting trinkets that have not been taken away?
Bubbles, you are sorely disappointed. There are clearly like cupboards and shelves and things where there might have been interesting things, dry, boring manuscripts.
Can I check the manuscripts? I'll go to Red first. Red, was this guy friends with Remlin? You know, with the whole time thing.
That's what he said.
Well, these
As in that.
manuscripts would be quite interesting to have a look at. No.
Perhaps. I give them a quick look through. Does anything seem interesting?
Red, you open the manuscript. It's a self-grandiose sort of writing that, well, let's just say you have never quite seen anyone refer to themselves in the third person in such lengthy and loving prose. Before vaguely starting to get onto the subject matter of something that it might be related to with more self-praise, and then a grocery list. Things that must be procured today, freshest from so and so forth in minute, boring detail.
I see. I doubt these will be useful. We can bring them back, I suppose.
I take it. It's more like a diary, right?
Well, there are manuscripts everywhere, it seems.
I'm surprised it wasn't taken for evidence.
Yeah. Are there any other books that look less like a diary and more like?
We heard enough from the man blowing his own trumpet when he was alive. I don't think anyone wants to hear from him now he's dead.
Wow.
If you find something, well, be our guest.
All right.
I walk around to see if there's anything. But what does that thing that we're supposed to look like?
Upstairs.
The Astro Lab.
Brings you upstairs to a bedroom. A trapdoor opens up into a bedroom, and describe the wallpaper in this room. But suffice
It
to
is
say,
himself.
Describe the wallpaper here. Suffice to say, there's a window overlooking the neighborhood. Overhead that one could stick a telescope through if they wanted to. The place has been more or less like ransacked, but in a very orderly, polite manner of people putting things back and filling the space with unimportant stuff. The Astro Lab, as Remlin calls it, half of the room.
Dang.
It's a huge, heavy metal, bulky thing that then why none of the Cabal might have taken it and gone.
I see. It takes up half of the room. Don't think any of us will be able to carry it. Is there anything special about this? Does Bubbles have detect magic or identify?
Well, right now you can detect that the Cabarrus is sort of breathing behind you all and it's kind of like stinking up the room.
Cabarrus, do you know what this does?
It's an Astro Lab, I think.
Well, I don't know much about magic.
Magic helps with navigation.
Why
Supposedly sailors use it.
Why would the Great Ascendant then have a tool of navigation?
Red, you take a closer look?
Yes, I do.
Hey, Red, you have not really dealt with Astro Labs before, you know, that there's some kind of a device that sometimes people use to navigate and all that.
Yeah, to like read the stars, right?
Something catches your attention.
Ooh, what is it?
You're pretty sure, well, more the number than anything else, but there seem to be 9 constellations depicted on the Astro Lab.
Aha.
Do you point that out?
Do they like do? It's just decoration, right?
Seems to be decorations, but to you the number 9 means something else.
Oh,
Yes.
9.
Might not mean anything, but there are 9 constellations.
And like the astrolabe itself, of course, has little dials and this sort of thing that people can manipulate.
Yes. Red feels like a crazy tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists.
Bubbles
But
goes
she'll
closer.
she'll try to play with the dial and see if there's any significance to the number 9.
All right, Red. From a constellation of 1 to 9, what number do you choose?
Do I know if any of the 9 have a specific link to divination?
Are you using detect magic?
No, I do not have.
I don't have detect. I don't think either of us have detect
No.
magic.
Right,
I
then
have this
you
one.
wouldn't know if there's a link to that.
No, as in like which of like
Some-
any of the 9 demons have a link to divination in particular.
9 demons as in?
Like any of the 9 devil lords. Does one particular one have a link to divination?
Okay, this is specialized knowledge, but for the most part, the general knowledge is that demon lords are powerful.
Yes.
To invoke their names foolishly lest they find you and inflict grievous harm to your body and soul and your 7 generations beyond and so forth.
Yes, of course.
So as to whether any of them specifically are linked to divination magic, it's anyone's guess.
Okay.
Bubbles is gonna turn the dial to number 8.
Bubbles, you grab hold of the dial, like Red is still standing aside, right?
Yeah.
Red, Bubbles, you turn the dial to number 8.
Yes. Does anything happen?
Barros shakes his head. Well, we tried fiddling with it. Nothing worked.
Can I scrutinize the side panels to see if there's any openings, any locks, anything that I can open up to look inside?
You examine the sides of it. It doesn't seem to be hollow. Seems fairly solid, and there doesn't seem to be any loose or areas that can expand open.
It's probably something to do with the. Which number was it set to? Oh, we don't know because the others came and fiddled with it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
if we turn it, there's 9, right? If we try to turn it to H1 and see what happens, maybe it's like a giant lock where it has a combination.
What I'm thinking is it has a on setting. And while it's on, I say with quotation marks, it acts as an anti-scrying device. So without detect magic, we won't be able to tell. But did Bubbles have identify? Maybe that will help. If this is a magical item, then you'll be able to find out what it does.
I do have identify.
Yeah, give it a shot.
So I'm gonna identify.
Okay. Bubbles, are you casting as a ritual or as a spell?
I think since it's night, I can do as a spell.
Okay. Bubbles, you learn as you cast your identify and from behind, you realize that astrolabe is in fact a communication device that seems attuned to certain individuals. For others, it seems like a completely useless hunk of metal.
I see.
So it's a communication device. Actually, let's. This is really interesting. Do I know then, since it's a communication device, will I know whether or not it can get to Remlin?
No, you wouldn't know this.
Okay. Do I know, can I find out rather, if it has certain gems or whatever that's giving it power?
Identify quickly. You learn she requires attunement to certain individuals or such.
Okay, so I'm guessing the Great Missenden was the one that used it.
You needed to
Alright,
attune
now
to
at least we know what it does.
it.
Was Remlin right? Does it have any anti-scrying properties?
Does it?
Well, Bubbles can make a guess. If it was a communication device, presumably there'll be something attached to block people from listening in.
I would say
Ah,
that it is a private line, so to speak. So people can't hear in, and you'll only be speaking to that other person.
alright, fair enough. I don't think that's exactly what we need, though.
No, not for the house anyway, but if we figure out how to use it, we'll be able to get into contact with Remlin.
Does Rid know if Missenden was specifically a devil worshipper? Yes, right? Because he had an imp.
Yes.
Okay, so he was probably in the service of one of the nine. Would there be a way for me to guess which one
No.
based upon what he was doing, like his behavior? Because different devils specialize in different things, right?
Yes, but then their worshippers can be anything they want.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Would he have written down in his books any hints?
Unlikely.
Darn.
He was narcissistic. I don't think he was stupid.
Well, you never know these narcissists.
Can I just point out something very simple?
Yes, sure.
It's like Bubbles was the one that was touching the device all this time.
Oh,
Ah. Hey, Red, do you want to touch the thing?
it hasn't been that long since we dispatched Garu Khan, right?
It's only been like a day so far.
Let's give it a shot then. I'll set it to number 3.
Right. Cabarrus shrugs. Good luck. Hasn't done anything. And just as he says that and Red, you adjust the dials. The astrolabe begins to thrum with energy. It thrums with energy.
Smile.
There's a faint green glow around the room that you recognize is somewhat similar to the greenish glow that Remlin brought up at that time in his house. And there's a voice on the other end, somewhere close by yet not quite. This is Bioquiz, 78th scribed title Villas. How may I help you?
This is who, sorry?
This is Bioquiz, 78th scribed title Villas. How may I help you?
I have a question regarding the individual that used to use this line. Were you his operator?
If you are not the approved user of this line, you may wish to discontinue usage. You will not be held responsible for improper usage.
I see. Very, very well then. And then this is all happening while I'm touching the thing, right? What happens if I let go?
Do you let go?
Yes, yes.
You let go and the device falls silent.
And that's never happened before. I turn to Cabarrus. Oh, Tito Villis. That's a familiar word.
Titore.
Archie. Me too. Well, you smell him leaning closer now. Does it have to do with something?
Okay. This thing being here means that what's his face, our boy, the Great Missenden, was probably a person that was working for / with Tito Villis, right? That's not a stretch. That's fairly evident. Yes?
You could tell all of that from just that.
I think so. Can I tell all of that from just that?
It's not really conclusive, but opening up that you're not the actual user of the thing probably doesn't go well with most sides.
Yes, but it's okay because I just like okay, very well, and then I put it away. So for what they know, it's all gone now.
You press number 3 first, but what if you press the other numbers? You might not get Beatrice. You might get Cynthia.
Perhaps. No, I think it's welcoming too much attention. We'll take note of this. I turn to Cabarrus. How big is this thing actually? Like half the room, but how big is the room?
Okay, I would say
Like would it fit in the DA?
it could fit in a DA, but like the thing is probably like long.
So say
Aha.
about 6 meters? Okay, 6 meters, way too long. 2 meters.
9 feet. I'll say okay. Let's just call it about 6 meters long.
Oh. 9 feet. 9 feet is 3 meters.
Okay, fine. Let's just call it 6 meters long.
Wow, that's damn long way.
6 meters is fairly long. It's like it's like 2 large sofas.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone will. I asked Cabarrus if he thinks anyone will come for it, given that no one has.
Varus shrugs. Well, good luck with them carrying anything. I'm still keeping watch.
All right. I don't suppose you could just let me know if someone does come for it.
Why do you want to know?
I'm suspecting that whoever did the Great Missenden in may also be a warlock of Titovolis. And if they are, chances are they know about this astrolab. Good instincts keeping watch on the house.
Didn't they just send your demon to do it?
Sorry? Why wouldn't they just send their demon to do it?
Or why would they come in person?
I suppose they may get someone else to do it, but either way it would be a clue.
Right. I promise you. Someone that comes knocking that isn't the Cabal or someone I know, I'm gonna pounce them.
Alright.
No
Be
guarantees.
careful
We
though.
can talk after.
Red knots. Alright, I think we've found out a great deal actually.
Quiet.
Okay. What is the time now? I think we'll probably head back unless Bubbles has any ideas.
Almost 12 now. Fatigue is
Yeah.
starting to become a factor.
It's getting quite late. I think it's time for us to head back.
I agree.
Thanks for coming with us, Cabarrus.
Take care. Don't die too soon.
I'll try my best. You too, friend.
He
And
heads
then-
out as usual do, and then and puts an alarm back on, and goes back to his place to rest.
Cool. Good thing we thought to go check out the tree first.
I know. And you didn't put on a disguise.
Yes. Indeed, indeed. It all worked out for the best. Buquis.
Who's
Titovilus.
Tito Villas?
He is a dodgy little devil that seeks to gain power amongst the disorder. Not the best. Should be stopped. I think he works for one of the big ones. Do I know which number Mammon is?
Mammon is
have
the
assigned
archetype
numbers?
of the third hells.
Ah. Okay, so he doesn't
Morris,
necessarily.
the boss, I mean.
Yeah. Okay, I see. So he doesn't necessarily work for. Interesting. Interesting. And the guy's name was Buquis,
Yeah.
78 scribe. Okay. What do I know about these scribes?
Well, you know that there are many of them,
Mm-hmm.
and they are each in charge of like keeping accounts and records tallied.
Yep.
They're like the number crunchers of the number crunchers.
Yes. Of course. Are they ranked by like seniority? Are like big numbers better or little numbers better?
This one from your knowledge of infernal hierarchy and all that, fact that numbers in such terms are just like how would you say, gratification rather than actual. Scribes are not particularly high in the hierarchy.
Okay.
Within
So
them, it's more of a matter of annotation or easier purposes of remembering where they're posted and all that rather than the position matter.
okay. So scribes are all fairly low ranking. Would that be correct to say?
Like if it gives them bragging rights, whatever.
Okay. All right. So it's no actual power, but they like to pretend it is.
Yeah.
I see. Interesting. Okay. Do I know like the other what the numbers of the other devils are besides Mammon? So if Mammon's number 3, what
Okay.
are number 9 would be as Asmodeus. All right, I shall make a list. Or maybe could you like do the list and send it in the thing?
Okay, the list won't be that. Okay, I'll just say for simplicity, because there not every plane has not every hell has a big name. Asmodeus, that's the biggest name. 8 is Mephistopheles.
Okay.
1 and 2 is Dispater.
2 is Dispater.
Yeah, the rest of the realms is there's no one has held a particular hold of them for any particularly long period of time to be worth considering an archdemon. Or rather, there is an archdemon, but like for dealing with.
What was the one you mentioned after Mephistopheles? You cut out for a bit. I didn't get it.
The second level is Dispater.
Did you mention one between Mephistopheles and Dispater?
Number 3 is Mammon.
Okay, so 2, 3, and 8, 9 have like bosses. The rest,
The
it's like
rest are
interchangeable.
bosses, but they're not usually
They
called.
rotate. Ah, okay. All right, good stuff. Interesting. I wonder what would have happened if I switched to one of the others. We shall see another time.
Can
All
check
right,
out later.
head back, and long rest. It's getting late.
Can we check
Okay.
on Silas first?
I'm assuming if anything happened, Silas would have let me know.
Oh crap. Oh wait, now it's 12, right?
Yeah.
Silas just report back. Boss.
Is he back?
Around 12,
Ah,
the door to the room opens.
I see. What comes in?
And the man that apparently fits the description of Ruslan appears, picking
He's
up the
back.
doorway.
Okay, I indicate to Red that I'm going to go into Silas for a bit,
Okay.
and then I see him.
Thane is a tall,
Oh, he's
imposing
super grumpy.
man.
Oh, he is
Oh.
super grumpy.
I think he's
And
the grumpiest
The way
character I've
he's built,
seen.
just going back to those times when being a nobleman, you just kicked that much more ass than the commoners.
I see.
He walks
Wow.
in straight and firm up, and
How is his
he's holding
complexion?
holding a backpack behind him, and it seems he has several bottles in his hand already, empty ones.
I see.
Puts them aside. And
Does he appear drunk?
No, he does not appear drunk.
Oh,
He looks
poor
a bit
dude.
tired, seemingly, but he comes in, he puts the bottles aside, puts the heavy backpack down, and then just collapses onto the bed.
Okay, very good. We'll keep an eye on him.
Then he shakes his head and gets up, like looking around, and then goes over to the window and closes it. Then he goes back to the bed to lie down again.
I see. I go back to my real body and I ask Bubbles, did you find out anything about vampires not liking well-ventilated rooms?
Do I know of anything? No, right?
Nothing about that, but he did like close the curtains after as well.
Ah, okay. Maybe just not liking the light then. How's his complexion? Is it pale like Ulrich's?
Because it's dark and dark vision doesn't recognize color, so it's hard
Ah,
to say.
okay. So he didn't turn on the lights or anything.
No, he did not.
You know, for a mini before vampire, he seems to be out during the day a lot.
Well, he could have been like in a place without sunlight, and he's only coming back during the night. So
Yeah. I guess. Well, your call. We could tail him tomorrow. I do worry
wanna
about the
see if
boys though.
Yeah, they usually report back, especially Farlow. Oh, wait, are we back in the DA yet or no?
No, you're still just departed from the commons.
Okay, we head back to the DA, and I just tell Silas to stay quiet and keep surveillance, and let me know if he drinks the spiked drink that we prepared for him. Yes.
Okay. And
Excellent. Then we shall head back, and when we realize Farlow isn't around, we will fuss and worry about the three guys.
okay. So we move on to Farlow, Fenriloth, and Erevan.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Are you all departing the Undercity now?
Don't you have any
Departing in which way? Like leaving the city?
The same way you came?
Yeah, let's do that.
Are we?
Okay.
We are.
So you all
I
had a
don't
nice
know.
chat, huh?
You have the option to stay there if you prefer.
No, there's things we need to do above ground.
Do we need to disguise then?
Probably no disguise is needed for us, yeah?
Ben is well disguised in blood.
Just keep your cowl down.
Yeah, he's wearing his elven cloak again, so he is kind of nondescript, I guess. I don't know how elven cloak works in that
We'd
sense.
be like,
Well-
hey, Fen, red's a good color.
If the
He's still
priests,
actually very hurt, by the way.
Yeah, if the priests are up for it, I think you should
All right.
get yourself
Gorbak
patched up.
tells you, please chat with Rictes, eh?
Mhm.
Yep. We gotta get
Rictes said
along.
I should be boat and then we can all go sailing. It'll be nice.
Yes, about that. How long do you suppose we have to prepare until you get a ship ready?
And a crew.
Well, I say bring whatever you need. Meet me back at the Brine King when you're ready. I'll see what I can do to work about it.
Ranking, huh? What about Klajak and Ganalian? Are they gonna be on the ship?
I'm not getting anything from Kip at the moment.
Oh, he is talking.
Am I not talking?
I can hear you.
Log off,
Erevan.
log on.
Alright,
Yeah,
one sec.
try that.
Hello.
Okay.
There you go. I was asking, what about Klajak and Ganalian? Are they gonna stay here in the?
Rictus says he'll be safe here with Klajak and the two lovely lassies to look over him.
All right. So you'll travel to the docks, yeah?
Yeah, Rictus was practically pushing me. I think he feels the age and all that. Maybe he wants one last sail or something, whatever set his good heart at rest.
So the plan is for us to meet you at the docks when we're ready, and we're gonna pick him up and then sail, or are we just sailing without him?
Well, I really like for him to join us, but if he says he wants to spend his last days in quiet, I can't really drag him. Well, maybe he'll change his mind.
Maybe he will. Let's hope so, yeah? Well, we're back. We got some stuff to settle up above, so where do we meet you when we're done?
Okay.
Where's
That's
that?
something else in mind.
Where's that supposed to be? The docks, the
Brine King's in the docks of the Craftsman's District.
docks of the Crossman's District. Got it.
Unless there was some other thing you had in mind.
We had two other ships in mind, but I don't think we can procure those by any legal means. We get them.
What's the problem?
Let's just say we want to keep it on the down low for now. We don't want to bring up any criminal activity, yeah? So just pull some favors and get the Brine King. We'll
Right,
meet you there when we're done.
right. Take care, man. Take care.
Oh, could you call the priestesses over?
Huh?
Yeah, want to ask if they could patch up our good old Fen here before we
They
head off.
refused them.
Yeah, I know, but that was before they gave treatment to Gan. So if they have any left over.
Please take a look at you.
What?
He called you
yeah.
doll
You were out
face.
One lovely lassie, take a look at you.
Oh, he is asking the priestess?
He's asking you.
Oh. About what?
Do you
Whether
want
you
the
the
consent
lovely-
to
lovely?
being treated.
Yeah. Do you wanna? Do you want the lovely ladies to look at you?
Because
He was
everybody
like,
knows.
"Oh, dull face."
Oh.
Yeah.
Fen is just gonna reject it.
What the hell?
I can fetch it. I can fetch it myself. Yeah.
Gorbak
I think he's
shrugs.
afraid. I think he's
And
afraid.
now the
like,
blood's
sleeping
getting
a love potion.
What?
What potion?
No, I think he's afraid they might like sleep in a love.
Oh. What?
Farlow got jokes now.
Teases the Fenrir off.
All right.
Wow.
Well, Gorbak, if he doesn't want to, so much we can do. Yeah, can't force
Right.
a guy if he doesn't
On
want
that.
to have some lovely ladies around him.
Hey,
See you.
Go ahead.
See you when in a couple days. I hope. Depends on how long it takes to get
Right,
things-
once we get out here, Gorbak starts leading the way out.
Oh,
You all
wait.
follow the
It's leading the way out.
Eric, we want to ask questions. Do we want to ask Natalia questions? about-
Gannon is done with questions already.
Not that. Not Ganalion.
Natalia.
Natalia. Out of character though. Like we want to ask her questions, right?
I
we not?
didn't have any questions.
Because she's like from that religion of the Nine Hells, so she might have intel, but maybe I don't know if it's too dangerous to ask her.
I mean, definitely Erevan would not be the one to be talking.
You want Fen to be talking,
Henry
it's the,
might get answers.
but maybe not here. I guess maybe when you leave Undercity.
Hey, you know
We're
who
leaving.
we haven't spoken to? The pickle lady.
Yeah, Mrs. Pickle.
Yeah.
Well, because we're not there, she's not in the Temple District Undercity. She's in the Entertainment
There's a
District.
pickle lady.
But she
Yeah,
would know
Mrs.
stuff.
Pickle.
all right, we're going off track, I believe.
Yeah.
So we're not asking Devil Lady questions because we don't have anyone capable of being respectful and talking to her, right?
Yes, Fan could, but like at this moment, like as a player, I'm not sure what to ask without like
Hmm.
offending or like alert people about stuff. So I guess I'll let it pass for
All
now.
right, that answers the
Huh.
question.
Yeah. Oh well.
You can
Oh,
always
well.
try
Let's go then.
paraphrasing, but that's your choice.
Paraphrase.
Crazy.
You can always
Just-
try paraphrasing.
Because once Ganalion was like, "Oh, you gotta be careful what you say around these people," Erevan takes that as like, "Okay, I shouldn't be the one talking because he doesn't care what he says."
Well, we'll still need more information before you ask any questions. Yeah. Oh well. We'll just let it pass for now.
Right.
Because I think Red and Bubbles has the most information right now. I don't think Fan has enough to ask.
Okay. So you let Gorbak lead you out, or does anyone want to take the lead instead?
I mean, we're just going
Gorbak
back,
can
right?
lead.
I guess we
It's
just
for
go
them.
back how we came back. The same
Alright.
formation.
Right? He's going out
Okay.
the same way, it seems.
Yep.
Mm.
Gorbak leads the way this time, and since you don't have two priestesses with you, things seem to go a lot smoother.
Wait, they are not with us?
No,
They're staying with
They're staying in
Ganalion
Gan.
Gan.
to look
Uh,
after her.
Okay.
still there's the ever-present like a concern from like scuttling of feet in the dark, water underfoot, ominous dripping from overhead. At one point, like a rumbling noise in the distance that Gorbak holds out his hand for the party to halt. Peering forward to go by himself for a few moments and then coming back later. Right, it's past. Go on.
I reckon wasn't anything nice, yeah?
Nope. No. Failing. Make sure you bring some wet gear and maybe a few nets would be nice. Settles back into his default mode after a while.
Mm-hmm.
He is smooth back up into the place of small gods.
It was at the
Small
north
gods.
entrance, right? If I
Yeah.
recall correctly. Yep.
North entrance.
Well, Gorba, you should head back and, up to the surface to go to the car.
Alright, I think I might get a snooze first.
Well, all right. Thanks for leading us out. Arms back at the.
Arr.
Yeah,
Then bring
yeah.
you back.
Yep. Give him a good old. Come back.
And where
Thanks
do I
for-
find you if I got news?
If you got any what
If I got news.
news,
Yeah.
the DA would be the safest bet. Honestly, they know how to find me, and we always meet there every morning anyway.
If
What-
you need
what
me in a
is it?
hurry, you know what you can do, right?
Yep. I'll call you. I'll wiggle the finger. My equivalent of his missing finger.
He nods. And good luck to you too, little one. He gives Phalo a pat on the head.
Aww.
Head pats are life.
Even Gorbak wants to protect the cinnamon roll.
Oh, no.
And you might want to get yourself patched up soon, doll face.
And not.
He nods and starts heading off his own merry way.
So, we heading home, guys?
Yeah. We should reconvene with the EA.
Well, then that means I'll see you guys in the morning. Yeah.
He said doll face, I think.
It's Dollface. He
Doll
says
face.
Doll.
More like if it was doll face, like whoa, Garback hitting on Fen now. Really?
I
Doll
told
face.
you, man. Red's a good color.
Okay, question about what's it? The Learman's tiny hut. Is that anti-scrying?
No,
Tiny
it is
hut.
not.
No, it's not.
Damn. Carry on.
Right. So I presume you all
Silence.
Time is
Everyone's
all
when,
of them.
when we surface.
when you
Yes.
surface, I would say it's around 10.
Oh, early.
Around
okay,
what?
so you
I
guys
thought it
still
would-
have time.
I thought it would be
10.
midnight.
Surface in
10
10
o'clock?
Yeah.
At night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And you all are still you have clearly been squelching around the Undercity for quite some time.
And Farlow can't prestidige you guys.
And the few guides walking around the temple district tend to go, cleanliness is next to godliness.
Should have.
Yes,
Get
Yes.
yourselves
Yeah.
cleaned off in one of the
Yes.
temples.
Yes. Cleanliness is godliness, as is minding your own business.
Nice.
Let's go, guys.
We'll
Get
just
outta
leave the
here.
temple district.
Yeah, it's creeping me out.
You guys
Yep.
should go to the temples and get cleaned up, so as
Yeah,
to
true.
not arouse suspicion.
Red, you're not there. Right. So, Erevan, you dirty lot just trail yourselves out the temple district to the commons. No, sorry, back to the DA
Yep,
by the time you arrive.
because it's still early, so.
Wait, so
Red
Red and
and
Bubbles are not back yet, right?
Yeah, they're not there. Like, hello?
No one answers. You all are dirty.
God damn. Alright, let me handle this. I picked the lock. Shall I
Pick the
roll?
lock, use the
shall-
showers.
Shall I use my thieves' tools?
It's fine. If he breaks the lock, I can mend it.
Oh shit. Alright. 13. Do I manage to pick?
Oh
the
no,
DA
a 13's not good enough. I'm sorry.
Guidance.
I bought a new
pick at
lock.
the lock.
I think it's like
Take
Uh-huh.
some
15 or
guidance,
20.
I guess.
Wow.
Monroe,
Breaking
I'm
rules.
surprised at you.
This is what happens. Everyone's you're fiddling with the lock.
Okay.
One of the night strollers starts to take notice.
Okay.
One of those like night garbage men or such.
Okay. I look at him and I'm like, oh, don't mind me. Just locked myself out. You know, just trying to get a shower. Dirty and as always.
Can you run?
Garbage man looks at you, looks at Farlow, then looks at himself. The garbage man is free of you.
But
Yes. Nothing to. We're just trying to, because we locked ourselves out. Just trying to get a good bath. Don't mind us, good sir. You do good work for the city, please.
Everyone make a diplomacy check. or
Nah.
persuasion.
You mean deception or persuasion?
Persuasion.
Deception.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Persuasion?
Oh.
Oh,
Ah.
all right.
Ah.
Rough.
God damn it.
You need the help of a locksmith.
I'm pretty adept at this. No worries. I just need a couple of tries. It's
Do you need
just,
the
you know,
help
it's
of a
an-
proper locksmith?
No. I don't believe in locksmiths. They're just a waste of money. I can get this lock open myself.
Yeah.
No worries, kind sir. Your gesture is duly appreciated.
Is this
As I said,
your home?
yes, it is. It is the home of me and that short one over there. Our friend here is just here to take a shower and he's gonna go home. Our tall friend here. Yes. He's just here to borrow the shower and then he's gonna go home. We
Your
live here.
name is Red.
Yes, my name is Red.
oh,
And the short one is Bubbles.
No, Bubbles is off somewhere doing what Bubs does. You may have not known, but this tall guy is also part of the party if you come by here and collect our garbage often. Which I do appreciate because I am red.
I've been collecting garbage for years. You're not them.
But I can shapeshift into any form I want, and today I have decided to be this form.
Show me.
Fuck.
Nobody's supposed to know that.
Oh, really? Oops.
No, I think everyone was pulling that out of his ass.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
All right. My bad.
he just goes and goes. and
Wait, what's that behind you?
Changes
Doesn't
places
even
with Fen.
Does he look behind him when I say what's that behind you?
No, that's not.
Oh, god
He
damn it.
pulls out a little like he pulls out a little like one of those hay things and starts chewing it between his teeth.
God damn it. I look at Farlow and Fenriloff. Can you guys, for once, like, I don't want to deal with can I get back to the lock?
Out of character, Ben and Shar, do you want to arrive back like this?
Can we? I mean,
I don't know. This is pretty funny.
now can we?
At the same
can we
time,
arrive?
I don't want them to get arrested
Okay,
as well.
can we arrive just as they're about to get arrested?
Okay, you all
Why
start
would you guys want us to get arrested?
No, I don't want them to
Just,
get arrested
like,
because
at
that's
the
just
cusp
another
of-
complication that we have to get.
All right, I'm because he didn't fall for my trick, so I'm kind of just looking at Farlow and Fenriloff right now, and I'm like, guys, little help, please. He's too
Yeah.
smart.
Fenriloff. And
He doesn't
Milok is
wanna-
like, maybe we should just wait for them to come back.
He doesn't want to, he doesn't want to look back, and I don't really want to knock him out. So
Can you not knock out our garbage man?
Arlo
Yeah.
casts sleep.
Yeah, Farlo waves a hand and oh man, I've been staying here for the past week. I'm sure you've seen me, or maybe not.
does he recognize good old Farlow while he's covered in smudge and disgusting shit?
Actually, at this point, Fanny's just gonna go get some support from the wall and like not say anything. Have fun, guys.
Oh
Yes. Fen's like, okay, we're waiting now.
god.
No more guidance.
He's like, I'm tired.
He
All
didn't want to go back to Yelena first because of like information you guys need to
all
know.
right. Garbage man, you caught me. I ain't red. There's no such thing as shape-shifting. That's urban myth. I'm one of their friends. You might have seen me around here. You might have not. Doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get in. Is that a problem? Is that going to cause a problem for you, Mr. Garbage Man?
The garbage man looks at the can he's holding. He's like, and I thought I was shit.
Now you listen here, Mister. I walk up to him. Before I continue my excuses, do you have any more of that straw you're chewing? Because I'm really hungry.
What the fuck?
What the?
Why don't you wait here and let's see what the real Red and Bubbles has to say?
All right, but can I chew on some straw while I wait? I put out a hand.
He reaches into the garbage bin and pulls out a bit of straw.
I'll take it.
Are you sure we want to eat that Erevan?
And I start chewing it in front of him, just to prove point. Like, yeah, that's right. I ain't afraid to get down and dirty. What you got, punk?
God.
Nom nom nom.
Oh no, I don't want to speak.
I'm just wondering what kind of diseases Erevan has.
Okay, maybe now we can arrive.
Yeah,
All
now
right.
we arrive.
Alright.
I'm not by the way, while we're waiting, I am not breaking eye contact with this guy. I'm just gonna have a stare contest while he's chewing his straw and I'm chewing my dirty ass straw.
Are we acquainted with Mr. Garbage Man? Like, he takes out the trash pretty often, so we're probably like, hey, we know you.
Well,
Charlie.
whether or not you paid too much attention on him, he looks like a regular garbage man. He's sorely tempted to make him the garbage man of day. He's just your normal garbage.
Alright, we greet him.
Or sorely tempted to do the taking out the trash line and roll initiative there.
Oh my god.
It's the same no.
No, it's not. This is a normal person.
I mean, even if it's the same guy, he wouldn't know because he's not the same guy.
Yeah.
You know.
He looks up. Red and Bubbles. These three. Well,
Oh my
Get
god, they
in.
look terrible.
I tried to lockpick your door so that we could get in earlier and shower because it was locked and we don't have a spare
I
key,
stopped
guys.
them.
And he stopped us because he's an
Upstanding member of
insignificant
society.
insect that thinks he's yes
and
that.
then I cut everyone off, and I look at the garbage man and point at everyone. I think this is supposed to go in the trash.
Oh.
What? But I
Ow.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Wow.
kidding.
I spit out the straw. Phew.
For future reference,
I chewed garbage for you.
we know them. This one just happens to like breaking our locks, but you know, we know them. It's fine. Thank you. You've done good work.
Right.
Yes,
Hey,
I thank the good garbage man for his
Garbage man leaves
I
content.
tried to trip
Well-
him before
well
he
done.
leaves. I tried to
I
trip him before he
reprimand
leaves.
Erevan because of
Uh,
this. What? Why
Erevan
you do this?
acrobatic check opposed by the garbage man.
Come here, garbage man.
Acrobatics.
Come here! Get tripped! Get tripped!
You trip the garbage man. He drops the
Whoa.
garbage all there.
All right.
I glare at Erevan and tell him to help him pick it up. That was uncalled for.
Alright.
I
I let it out of my system. I'm gonna help him pick it up now because I'm a responsible adult.
The
will
garbage
pick up-
man just shakes his head, takes his empty can, and walks on, leaving the garbage in front of the DA.
God fucking damn it.
You're cleaning that.
Yes.
Can I look at Fenriloth? He looks pretty bad, right?
He
I'll
looks
give
really
Fen-
bad.
Bubbles, now that you get close enough to ignore all the undercity smells and the coverings and everything, you realize he's actually been very badly scratched up.
Oh, okay. Can I?
There's like claw things on his chest and on his arms and everything.
He's not like infected, right?
By the
Yeah,
way,
You don't
I
know.
got bitten and I got scratched and I went down. Do I get the lycanthrope thing?
You don't know.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I will give you
shit.
okay. I will give you inspiration.
Cause I'm a bard.
Actually, you can't give because it
This
happened.
happened a while back.
Oh,
Yes.
damn it,
alright,
okay.
that's fair. That's fair.
Very
That's
lost,
totally
you
fair.
feel fine.
I feel
Oh,
fine.
okay. I'm going to
I
healing.
give both Fen and what's his face and Farlow some prestidigering.
What a
Clear all the
Guys,
gunk off them.
someone
Coof,
threw
coof.
away perfectly good bread. Anybody want some? No? Alright, I'll just go in the trash then.
There's still soup, right?
Yeah. Have you
Okay.
guys eaten?
Yeah. Have you guys eaten?
Y'all look terrible.
Also, I'm going to healing word Fen at level 3, whether he likes it or not.
No, he raised his hand and say, no need, I'll take a rest and I'll be fine.
Nah.
Too late. Spell cast. Doesn't need to be cast on a willing target.
Stop healing, Fel!
Doesn't need to be cast on a willing target.
Wow. Ben decides to heal so much that the healing word healed for minimum.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like
Solid 1
wow.
plus 5.
Just wow.
So it's 15.
Alright.
Either way, he's gonna
after-
go to sleep.
After they're done prestidigitation and healing, am I done picking up the garbage?
No.
You take
fucking damn
literally
it.
like 12 and 6 seconds respectively to do those things.
Alright, I continue to pick up the garbage.
Because the garbage you collected all along the street is going to take a while.
I will diligently.
Good man, Erevan.
We heat
And
up
quiet.
the soup. We heat
Yeah,
up the
we
soup,
heat up
boil the
what's left of the
kettle,
soup so
get
we can feed the guys.
yeah, and
Feed the
get
boys.
the 2 guys to shower first or something, or at least get cleaned up.
To speed this up, what are you all sharing between yourselves as information?
Let's see. We shall
there's
begin
so
from
much.
the beginning.
We learned a lot of stuff from that there are many interested parties regarding the Black Omen, right? And we probably don't know all of them.
So
Yeah.
So you tell us about the Black Omen stuff and the Pumice Pack,
Yep.
and then we tell you
Master,
about
slave, Grandmaster, slave master thing. And that in the past, Ritalanos got betrayed and slaughtered. Their own countrymen was slaughtered.
Rictus used to be Grand Necromancer. Wow.
Yep. High necromancer.
Hi, Necromancer.
Ah, yes.
Alright.
He's turning
Devils
up.
were worshipped for power before the Pumice Pact. All that. Tell you everything. Morkoth. Everything.
More cough.
more. Co-
And most importantly, while I'm picking up the trash, I highly emphasize that this time I'm dead serious. Like whether you guys are helping or not, I'm gonna deliver the package. So tomorrow I tell Bubs that I'm gonna come and take the package.
Farley
have
will
a
agree
plan.
that he will follow.
I'm like dead tone serious Erevan style, like not joking this time. I need the package tomorrow.
Yeah, but she folds her arms and goes, "How?"
What do you mean how? As I pick up another piece.
Goba is very difficult to approach.
Do you have a plan?
Do you
I
have
don't
a
have
plan?
a plan.
And if you
don't
lose
have
the
a-
package,
I don't have a plan, but I'm gonna take my wife's advice about it. In that, I want to learn that I'm changing their lives for thing. Yes, so
We-
I sentences.
All right. You don't
When
need
we
the
go
package to
understand.
learn about her.
Yes, but on the off chance that I can get her to touch the package while asking her
Have
about
you
her
seen what the package is?
life. It's always been in Bubs' bag, no?
I'm pretty sure you saw it on the first day, Aaaagh.
yeah, it's like we got the package together.
Okay. Later, when we're inside the DA, we can show him what the package is. It's this big ass spear.
It's gigantic and heavy.
See? Yeah, it's easy. Just be like, oh, hey, why don't you test this out for a spin? Used to belong to one of your ancestors.
Yeah, I don't think she'll buy that.
Well, I mean, I ain't
work.
much of the swindling type, as you can clearly see by the garbage I'm picking up.
Well, there's soup and there's tea and there's a shower when you're done. But I don't think
Yeah.
taking the package now would be a good idea. We have information that we're trying to get, and then you may deliver the package.
I actually
Alright.
have some information on Goba if all of you are interested, and I look around at the people.
Thumbs up,
Very interested.
thumbs up.
What about Fen? Is Fen still around, or is he gone home?
He's still
leaning
around.
ag-
He's relaying all this information, right? So he's still there.
So
Yeah.
we're sharing stuff.
Yeah.
Have you changed your mind on the
Actually,
whole?
I'd rather ask, is any of the either parties like holding anything from each other?
I think
Um,
the
No,
mermaids
I don't think so.
the mermaid's voyage isn't exactly something that
Oh yeah,
they would want
we
to
might
know.
not share that immediately, but
Yeah.
we might tell Erevan like separately later on. It's like, oh, by the
Yeah.
way, the stuff about your wife.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, but the demon stuff we'll talk about because they're all kind of involved now.
Yeah. Very, very relevant.
They were nearly killed. They deserve to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
So I turn to Fenriloth. How are you with this whole doing the thing that we were paid to do?
There are a lot of questions about Master Stravis. And Slave Master Kefros.
Do you think giving the last item back will answer these questions?
Unlikely. He'll just change everything.
What
Is
about
that enough?
I'll have to stick around and see how it goes. No definite answers for now.
All right. Well, if you guys are really interested, we can talk about it in the morning.
Yeah.
It's late and I'm tired.
Before that, how does Bubbles and Red respond when I assume we told them that Korvac take us to the Black Woman?
Oh yeah.
You guys are going then.
Yeah, are you guys on board?
I'm guessing that's after you deliver the...
Last package.
Yeah,
Last
I was
package?
thinking that it is much better for us to deliver the package because Master Ganilian said something about the rising of the Black Woman is to protect the city. So maybe destroying the Black Woman isn't really gonna help much.
I shrug. I've never held a strong position on either way.
I'm assuming that if the fourth puzzle doesn't actually solve it, then only I would be more keen to destroy the Black Omen.
It's at the very least, he said it would make things a whole lot easier. So definitely, and I promised him the last time, so I'm
Parcel
gonna
first.
do it anyway.
Remlin did mention that a lot of parties are interested in the Black Omen. Perhaps
No, like, I know this is a tough decision to make right now because you guys have your investigation and whatnot going on. But let's say you guys do solve it soon. Let's say in the next couple of days. Let's say a week. My wife pays you. We find out what's actually going on. We're all good and well. Would you guys like to sail off to go to find the Black Omen? Because I'd like to stress that we might not be coming back. That's the kind of sailing we're doing. That's the kind of mission we're embarking on if we sail off towards the Black Omen.
Red thinks to herself. Farlow, you mentioned that Sorrentina is now the ambassador. And Stevik did mention that one of the ships that could take us to the Black Omen was...
The Conda's Pride.
Well, it's up to you guys to decide, and you guys can spend a couple of nights thinking about it because you have your own work to do. You need to get paid and all. And I trust you guys are responsible enough to finish the responsibility given to you by your client, my wife. So you don't have to give an answer right away. Just think about it. And if you say no, I'm just letting you know that I'm going.
All right, I'll let you know. And then we adjourn.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I
Thank you
shall
all for playing.
take my leave.
I hit Erevan with a prestidigitation before he leaves.
Wait, he didn't shower?
Yeah, because I was picking up trash the whole
Oh
time.
my god.
Yeah, I would have like cleaned you off before you walked into the house.
Yeah, and maybe I'll put some of that smelling oils,
Just like
dab, 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 dab.
Oh no, please.
I ask Fariloth about the fact that we're going to use the Black Lady's gem as a bargaining chip, because I don't know how that works.
we don't have the gem.
Yeah, exactly. So
No, the info we got from Gandalian is that it's better if we have it because we could use it as a bargaining chip. And then when asked about it, he said it's better to have it than to not, even though it's like dangerous to be put in. What's his name? Not Klajak. What's Gandalian's other name? I forgot.
Rictus.
Rictus.
Rictus. There you go. Even though it's dangerous to be put in Rictus's hands, it's better that we have it than we don't, because it's like a strong bargain.
But you also mentioned that it must not be destroyed. How will we know that it won't be destroyed, considering they want to find information from it?
Well, you just gotta trust necromancers, right? I don't think they'd be stupid enough to destroy something they don't understand.
Do you know what's going to happen if it does?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we briefed you about it, because we tell you that like if the captain's here, he's gonna come run in, and if the captain's not here, he's gonna be here real soon if you destroy the crystal, the soul stone.
Also, it's late and you don't look too good.
Yeah.
Would you like to crash on the couch? In fact,
Nah,
I
it's good.
highly recommend you crash on the couch. Everyone looks fine. Like, I'm talking to Fen. You played safe. And Erevan still has hit points, right? Or do you look
Yep.
like shit too?
Yeah, everyone can go back to his wife.
Fair
Yep.
ask your place. Is it anti-scrite?
No. We did try to look for something that could make it anti-scry, but It was a dead end.
Hmm.
Hey Philo,
was
do you
hard
have
to think.
anti-scrying things?
No.
I think non-detection is a fairly high-level spell.
For personal reasons, I might not be staying here.
And we understand.
And he starts heading off.
All right.
Oh,
Stay safe.
my heart.
Go, Bubbles. Give him another healing word.
Wait, okay, so you know how healing word it says 6 and 6? I think I healed him 12.
Oh.
Wait, you used high level casting?
Yeah, I
Yes,
casted
yes.
it at level 3.
Oh.
So you get 6 plus 6. You get 12
Yeah.
instead of
Oh,
6.
nice.
So he's at 21 now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
just go yell out another word at him so that he gets a bit more health.
Yeah,
So he doesn't get mugged on the way home.
I'm planning
He doesn't
to do
have a
that.
sword anymore.
He has a dagger though.
What small
Oh,
thing is
scary
this?
dagger.
Silver dagger for silver longsword. I mean, it's still a net loss, but
So,
it's not as
4
bad.
and 8.
Damn.
12 again.
12,
Nice.
53.
Benioff doesn't want to heal. He really doesn't want to heal.
I know. It's like, wow.
Then stop resisting the spell.
That's alright.
Okay, that's alright.
Resisting love. No, just kidding.
What?
Anyway, he's just gonna get off back to Ina's place.
Yeah,
Have
I'm
we
pretty
stopped
sure.
recording already?
Oh wait,
No.
there's a recording? Oh no.
There's
I-
always a recording.
I know.
idiot.
Okay, I guess it's a good place to stop. And we will
Yep.
see everybody next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Just
See ya.